spreads faster than any virus. It's fear. And when it comes to fear, you can either forget everything and run. I say, you can face everything and rise. I believe. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe it. I believe we will face everything. I believe that we will win.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field in River Falls, Wisconsin. It is Friday Night Light Football here in River Falls, Wisconsin. It seemed, there we go, now I'm better right there. All right, so let me give myself a little bit of juice right there, just dialing things in. Give everybody a welcome. I'm going to head on down to the field, Jeff, and we'll bring you some interviews with head coach Ryan Schurz and last week's winner of the Garage Gridiron Grinder, Cade Mashevsky. I'll be down there on the field. All right, thanks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kevin. Welcome, everybody, to Game 2 of the 2022 River Falls Wildcats varsity football season. Jeff Johnson here, joined by, obviously, Kevin Westhouse. You heard from him already. Rob Derry will be on the camera today. And the newest member of our growing team here, Mr. Nate Sherman. Welcome, Nate.
Thanks for having me.
Kevin said Friday Night Lights. It's actually Thursday Night Lights here. Our last Thursday game, I believe, of the football season. We'll be back to our normal Friday nights starting next week when we'll be back here when we kick off the Big Rivers Conference season against New Richmond. While we're waiting for Kevin, kind of give you a little recap of what happened last week. If you did not watch, the Wildcats kicked off their season with a big win at Wisconsin Rapids by a score of 28-7. A Rapids team that was predicted to win their conference, the Valley Football Association, and guys, Wildcats did just a great job on the ground for sure that game, outgaining Rapids 334-111. 259 yards rushing, led by Jonas Severson, 38 carries for 191 yards. He was the workhorse. I think Jonah probably slept well that night. Would you guess?
I would imagine. He did have a couple cramps, I think, in that game, but 38 carries in the first game of the year and first game of his career was a lot to manage.
Absolutely. Did a fine job, along with, obviously, the offensive line, who was opening up holes all night long, along with our fullback, Cade Mashevsky, who Kevin will be interviewing prior to the game as well, the last week's player of the game. Dylan Brathall had most of the snaps at quarterback last week. He was sharing snaps with Jacob Range in the first half, and he had exclusive quarterback duties in the second half. Tonight, oh, here we go. I think Kevin's looking. It's kind of in and out, isn't it?
Test 1, 2. Can you hear me, Jeff Johnson?
Yeah, it's cutting out just a little bit, but...
Jeff Johnson. Thumbs up on... All right.
It's just... I don't know how good this interview is going to be. His microphone keeps cutting out, but we'll see what we got here. There's probably nothing we can do about that, Rob, is there? Kevin Westhouse will be now joined by Ryan Schurz. Take it away, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm with head coach Ryan Schurz. Ryan, hey, beautiful Friday night for football.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and hopefully there's a nice crowd here on a beautiful night, and even though it's a Thursday.
You bet. Hey, last week you go over to Wisconsin Rapids. I mean, you push those guys around. Were you surprised by that or not surprised by that at all?
I mean, they're a good team, so it was I was happy with the result. I was happy that our kids came out and competed like that. But nothing our kids do surprised me. They're a great group, and really, they've worked hard, so it doesn't surprise me that much.
Holmen Vikings come to town tonight for the Mississippi Valley Conference. Last year you handled them by a touchdown and a half or 2 touchdowns. What are you expecting tonight, Coach?
Last year was a close game. I mean, they had almost tied that game up in the third or fourth quarter. So I'm expecting a battle. You know, they got roughed up last week a little bit, but I know they're not happy about it. They're a young team, so I expect them to be a lot better. We're going to have to play well. So hopefully, we had a good week of practice, so hopefully we do what we need to do.
Are we going to see a steady dose of Severson again tonight?
I guess I don't think we're going to give him 38 carries a game, but Jonah's a good player, so he's definitely going to touch the ball.
Great Friday night for football. Hey, let's get it done tonight. Let's enjoy some football. High school football. Coach Ryan Schurz, thanks for taking the time. Good luck, Coach. All right, thank you. Let's take this right back upstairs to Jeff Johnson and Mr. Nate Sherman. Take it away, guys.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Great interview with head coach Ryan Schurz. Obviously, he had a lot to be happy about last week. I think he was maybe toning down his excitement a little bit because we have another game coming here tonight against the Holmen Vikings. Holmen lost last week, like Kevin said. They played against Big Rivers Conference rival Chippewa Falls, and they lost by a score of 38-7 in Holmen. Score was the game was a little bit closer, I think, than what the score indicated. The total yardage was relatively close. Holmen had 279 yards, mostly on the ground. 267 of those yards were rushing. I think you're going to see a very similar attack to what we saw last week with Wisconsin Rapids, where you're going to see a lot of running of the football. They're led by number 28, Tyrus McCoy. He had 149 yards rushing last week and a touchdown. He's their guy. He's a 6-foot senior. He plays both sides of the ball as well. So look for a lot of Tyrus McCoy. Their quarterback is Noah Ertz. At least last week it was. Number 19, he's a 6'4" junior. We'll see who's playing quarterback this week. We've heard perhaps they might be heading back to Reed Tengblad, but we'll find out shortly. Holmen, a bigger school than River Falls, enrollment of 1,228 versus River Falls 1,101. Like Kevin said, we saw the Vikings last year in Holmen, and Nate, I don't know if you remember that game, but it was close, like Kevin said, or like Coach Schurz said, up until pretty late in the game.
Yeah, it was. It was a tale of two halves, if I remember correctly. Wildcats jumped out early and had a pretty big halftime lead. Holmen came out, made some adjustments, and to be honest, the Veer game kind of got to us in the second half after some heavy doses up the middle. Their quarterback last year, who I think is not back this year, was pretty quick and got outside a little bit and put the pressure on us. And they did get it down to, it might have been even a 2-point conversion attempt or going for it on 4th down from close by. And I remember they threw the ball, and we were all shocked because they maybe threw 3 or 4 passes the entire game, which is probably what we'll see again tonight. But lucky for the Wildcats, then we came back and scored a couple consecutive touchdowns, one after a turnover late in the game to put it away.
Yeah, they were clearly one of the better Mississippi Valley Conference teams that, at least that we faced. They gave River Falls a much better game than some of the other MVC schools did. So
I remember Holmen being very physical last year too. Their fullback, middle linebacker, pounded the ball, man, and I can remember our kids talking about that even at the end of the season, that was maybe one of the harder hitting games that they remembered playing in. So
old school grass field in Holmen. I believe we'll be there next year, because I believe this is a Holmen home series, just like Wisconsin Rapids was last week. Wisconsin Rapids will be coming here next year. Mr. Derry just informed me Holmen lost 18 of their 22 starters from last year. So
yeah, Kevin said they were young, but that's really young.
That's young too. We lost a fair share as well. So Kevin must have sprinted up here. He's back.
I am. I'm breathing hard. I'm out of shape. I got some high leg kicks in, though, so I feel pretty good about that. So I hear a little bit of an echo, but I think we're okay. Here, let me check 1, 2. There we go, right there. How about that? I just don't want to get you guys talk once, so I'm going to do some quality control. And
Check.
How's that sound?
Your guys are a little bit too loud over there, so go ahead again.
Check.
Check. Yeah, that's good. We don't want to be hot. So right there is good. So if you need a little more ear volume, let's go right there.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, Ryan Schurz, he didn't act like he was surprised about pushing that team around last week, but they certainly did. You guys probably talked a little bit about that.
We did. I think that's the culture that's changed around here over the last 4 or 5 years. Games like that don't surprise these guys anymore. They expect to go play anybody and win, and I think the 2 games that they lost last year to Sun Prairie and Waunakee were those probably were surprises to people around the state that those games were so close, but they're looked at as disappointments for the Wildcats because they expected to go in and win those games. So
Right.
So yeah, just a big culture change. That was obviously started by Coach Crail, and Coach Schurz has taken that over.
There's people standing in front of the clock down there. So we have our clock on here, but there's people standing right in front of the numbers. So
yeah, we could probably talk about that right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you talk a little bit about the clock?
We haven't talked about the lack of a scoreboard.
So.
For those of you who have been to David Smith Stadium, they had a scoreboard in the end zone that was, Nate, you might know. You've been here longer than I have. That scoreboard's been here for
Probably as long as I've been in town,
Yeah.
16, 17 years.
Yeah, and I bet it was older than that. So anyway, that came down a couple of weeks ago, and apparently they're putting up a brand new replay board.
So
we can see it in a box. It's in the end zone.
So why don't I sit down and then you guys can look over my back maybe?
Sure.
How about that?
Nope,
I'm just trying to figure
good.
out how we're all going to get in here. Either that or Nate, you can sit down. Why don't you sit down, Nate? And I might train you up on this thing right here.
So the replay board is not up yet, obviously. So tonight they have rolled in a quite small temporary scoreboard in the end zone. So I'm sure you'll see that as Rob's panning the field tonight. So we'll just have to make do with it. We can see it from here, barely.
So, Nate, maybe I can get you on this, or maybe I should just sit down here and do this tonight, and we'll get you signed off on it, and I'll pull the stuff up. I think I'll do that. So that'll be just
Sounds
easier.
good.
Then we can do that next time.
This is mine, right?
The first day of work, Nate, you're the principal. You got to be there on time.
I kind of lost track of time tonight. I think the Friday football game deal maybe caught me a little bit off guard.
There you go. Well, welcome aboard.
Thanks.
So
for
I'll pull this up right now. Here's our new broadcasting crew tonight: Kevin Westhouse, Jeff Johnson, Nate Sherman. Nate, if you've noticed, I found these pictures from somewhere between 10 and 13 years ago.
Okay.
And then the artist Rob Derry. Why wouldn't you have a picture of the artist in a canoe in the middle of winter, right? So there he is. So there, it's like the Monday Night Football crew here on Thursday night. Yeah, Jeff, we're actually that young, right?
Sure.
Seeing those pictures.
You said it, not me.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll leave those up for quite a while.
Yeah. I just felt better about myself looking at that. Like, I was that young.
Yeah. I don't remember, but
minus 10 years. What a decade will do to a person, right?
Yeah, we're a decade and a half.
Yeah. So what are we looking for tonight, fellas? You talked a little bit about it, I'm sure.
Talked a little bit about it, yep. I think we're going to see a pretty similar style of offense out of Holmen that we saw last week out of Wisconsin Rapids. Heavy run, for sure. They have a stud running back, Tyrus McCoy, who almost gained 150 yards last week, number 28, against Chippewa Falls. And they only threw 8 passes. Now that, like Nate and I talked earlier, that may change. You
don't know.
Yeah.
We did hear Coach Schurz say he didn't think that our big stud running back was going to probably get the ball 38 times tonight, but you never know, right?
You never know.
So.
Yeah, Jonah went out with cramps at least twice during the game last week. So
I had cramps watching him. I mean, I don't know what that means, but he ran hard, didn't he?
Kind of an unconventional running back. I mean, he's about 6'2" and taller than you typically see out of a running back. But Jonah does a really good job of A, running hard, and B, falling forward when he runs.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in a lot of second and 5 situations, which obviously makes things much easier for the quarterback.
Good. Hey, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping here, fellas. So tonight we got Wildcat football. We're on the air right now, and here they come towards the gate. We are going to have the Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game again. You see it right there in the right corner of your screen. The Garage Bikes and Brews sponsoring the Garage Gridiron of the game. Cade Mashevsky got that the first week. That's audience participation on that as well. There's Cade right there, was our first Gridiron Grinder. You've already seen our broadcast crew. There we are. And also, Wildcat Trivia is back tonight, and I'm telling you, we got a doozy. I already went over it with Jeff. I'll let you read that one, Nate, and keep it down. Don't read that out loud, Nate. Here come the Wildcats. So that'll be sponsored by Tarnation Tavern and Charlie Cat Hot Chicken. There come your Wildcats onto the field, all jacked up on 4 cans of Mountain Dew, and we're about ready to go here soon. Boy, don't you love the energy out there? Man, oh man, it's fun to see Gavin Cole leading his crew out, the senior. What a game for him last week, too, on defense, and then carried the rock, about 6 times, maybe for 50 yards or so? I don't know.
Yep, Gavin did a nice job in the second half. Good change of pace, running back. Obviously, you won't find anybody that plays harder than Gavin Cole does on both sides of the field, coming off a pretty major injury that he sustained during the wrestling season, and did a good job last week. You wouldn't have known it if you watched him play.
Hey, we got another special back by popular demand, too. We're going to have 2 youth football players of the week, and that'll be between the first and second quarter, and between the third and fourth quarter tonight, we'll have 2 River Falls youth football Wildcat players of the week, so stay tuned for that. We've got some excellent surprises there.
It's youth night, Kevin, so at halftime, we should see 200-300 kids out on the field at halftime. So.
Yeah, and I think also Sunshine Fund. We're going to have 2 students coming up to talk about the Sunshine Fund at halftime as well. And I was kind of whispered in the community this week. I was looking for somebody to sponsor the Sunshine Fund and thinking, who wants to sponsor $20 a touchdown and give that to the Sunshine Fund this year? That kind of got out there, and Jen Rivard kind of raised her hand here in a text message to me just before we went on the air. So if you're interested in that, maybe you and Jen can get in a bidding war on how much you're going to pay per touchdown going directly to the Sunshine Fund. That'd be a nice cause.
Very nice, very generous, Jen. Thank you for offering to do that.
Yeah, so if anybody else wants to get in on that bidding war, just go right ahead. God, I'm excited.
Yeah, nice
Friday
crowd.
Night Football.
Nice crowd filing in. Wildcats wearing the all blue. I love that. It's a good look.
So Nate, we didn't even get a how do you do. Give me a handshake. How do you do?
Doing well. Doing well.
Been kind of hectic. There's Chris Larson. Thank you for bringing that over. Nice job on the freshman game. Oh, national anthem. Well, good evening again, everybody, and welcome to David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field on the campus of the University of Wisconsin River Falls. The Holmen Vikings have traveled up the scenic byway along the Old Man River, the mighty Mississippi, to take on your River Falls Wildcats. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wildcat Football on a glorious Thursday night here in River Falls, Wisconsin. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Mr. Jeff Johnson and Nate Sherman with Rob Derry on the camera. We're glad to have you along, and now it's time for starting lineups. First, the Holmen Vikings. Starting defense for the Wildcats.
Jordan Curris.
You help me out with names.
Cade Mashevsky, last week's player of the game. That's Brody Rudolph.
The dinger, Wyatt Bell.
Michael Conway.
Mr. Conway. Jacob Gilbertson. How about some Gavin Cole? He hit the Richter scale when he ran out. Johnson. Lucas Johnson.
That was Reese Yankee that
Reese
came out
Yankee,
before him.
sorry,
He had
sorry.
a heck of a game last Thursday night.
Who was this one?
Maverick Kaminsky.
Kaminsky. Yeah, he just buzzed the tower. Zach Peterson. Zach Peterson. So I'm going to put you in charge, Nate, tonight. You're going to be watching linemen and numbers, and you're going to be feeding us tackles and blocks.
Sounds good.
Do you have an extra? Do you have an extra one or not for Wildcat?
I do.
So that's going to be. So I want you calling out line names, tackles. Yeah. So
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good. I can do that.
Oh, I got to plug in my computer. I got a low battery. Oh, hold on. Where's my? It's down here. Where is it? It's right here. I didn't plug it in. How about now? Woo!
Ooh, that would have been a disaster.
That's happened.
Yeah.
That'd be an opening night disaster.
Yes, it would have. It was good to see Kevin introducing the defense. They did such a fine job last week, holding Wisconsin Rapids to 111 yards for the entire game.
Yeah, camera's a little tough right now. You got half sun, half shade. Rob's got his work cut out for him.
You good?
Ariel Vestrez is online. He said, Ariel said, tell Nate that Jeffrey, his son, and Ryan, the plumber Langer, did some great landscape work today at his house.
I heard about that.
There you go.
That's small town stuff right there. That's why we like this broadcast. Hey, we've got a nice crowd filtering in, but the garage is filling up here on River Falls Sports on the YouTube network. Glad to have you along. Looks like the Wildcats are going to be kicking off. They're going to be going from our right to left. They're in the dark blue and the white hat. And the Holmen Vikings are in the white top, the gray pant, and the maroon helmet. 12 minutes on the clock. Michael Conway kicking off, and we are underway. Short kick that's fielded by the up back on the 22-yard line, takes it to the far side, sheds a couple tackles, and taken down on the far side.
That was Matt McBride, number 22, a 5'8" senior, with the return for the Vikings.
Very nice. And Nate, that's where you just jump right in.
You bet. Yankee and Bryce Bevan, I think, combined on the tackle on that kick return.
And Nate, you're in the game just like that. Love to have you. Yeah, it takes a lot of eyeballs, doesn't it? Here we go. So who's in the quarterback position tonight? Looks like number 19 for the Holmen Vikings, Noah Ertz.
Noah Ertz, he played quarterback last week. Changing the play.
Noah Ertz checking his wrist. Everybody's changing the play. They got a tight formation, one back in the backfield, two tight ends split out. Now a man in motion. They're going to hand it to the up back, bounces it to the outside. He gains about 3.5 yards, and it's a host of blue shirts to take him down after a gain of 3.
That was Matt McBride again, the player who returned the opening kickoff, also got the first carry for the Vikings.
And Wyatt Bell for the Wildcats getting in on the tackle early in the game from his safety position.
Wyatt Bell ringing the bell early, the dinger. Wastes no time and just bing, 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 gets his first tackle. 2nd down and 7 now for the Holmen Vikings. Just underway here in the first quarter from David Smith Stadium on the campus, University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Noah Ertz hands it off. Now he's going to do a little cross-block play, bounces it to the outside, and there goes Mr. Andrew Weiss, I believe, to the outside.
Bell with another tackle for the Wildcats.
Andrew Weiss did not carry the ball last week, so.
I think I saw 25 on that, Jeff.
Nope, you're right.
Yep. Little inside counter, kind of cross-buck play, like you said, Kevin.
Yeah. I like counter. That's the word I was looking for that I just couldn't come up with here in week 1.
We have not seen Tyrus McCoy yet. That was the player who we were expecting to get most of the carries tonight for the Vikings. Had 149 yards last week.
Noah Ertz under center. Similar formation. Man in motion the other way. Give it to the up back again this time. They're going to just kind of ground and pound, and they move the pile ahead for, 10 yards. That could be enough for a first down, really close. I think they're going to mark it a half a yard short, fellas. It's going to be 2nd and a half a yard.
Yeah, and Ertz, the quarterback, actually took the veer on the outside, Kevin, with that play there, and tackle.
2nd down and half a yard. My friend Tim Jackson is online. Whoa, Nelly, Timmy. 2nd down and half a yard now for the Holmen Vikings. Once again, checking the wrist. Nothing fancy thus far. One little counter play. Other than that, just jam it right up the middle. Holmen Vikings trying to get a push on the line. That time it's a keeper by Ertz. He'll have enough for a first down. He gains 2 yards, and Holmen Vikings will move the sticks. Their, second or third first down of the game.
Brody Rudolph with a tackle from his end position. Another keeper. This time cut it up inside, following the tailback right over the left guard.
Right now, Holmen Vikings are feeling pretty good about their offensive line. They're getting a little bit of a push, and they're pushing it in the right direction if you're a Holmen Vikings fan in the early going here. Time for the Wildcats defense to stiffen up a little bit. Fresh set of downs now for the Holmen Vikings as they come to the line. 2 tight ends split.
Single setback, Matt McBride.
Matt McBride in the backfield. Once again, Noah Ertz checking his wrist for the plays. Hand it to the up back.
Much better defense.
McBride with the carry. Good defense there. Gain of 2 on the play.
Host of Wildcats in on the tackle. Cade Mashevsky in for his first tackle, and Reese Yankee, another tackle for him early on.
Reese Yankee, we called his name last week an awful lot. He played a heck of a game for his first varsity start ever.
2nd down and 8 now for the Vikings. Defense is going to have to get stiff. I would guess we're getting down into 4-down territory here, fellas.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 8 now for the Holmen Vikings. They'll pitch it to the far side. There goes McBride. And, boy, they snuffed that one out. And that was just pure speed there by the River Falls Wildcats getting to that quickly. I saw the zip-zick on that one. What did you see, guys?
Yeah, Gavin Cole right in there, too, from his linebacker position. Man, he sure doesn't look like a guy who is recovering from an ACL injury, does he?
No, he does not.
Now it'll be 3rd and let's call it 7. Probably 2 plays here to get 7 yards. No pass plays yet. Like you said, Jeff, not many pass plays last week. They're kind of a ground team. Let's see if they get forced to put it up here at 3rd and 7. McBride in the backfield. Excuse me, that's 23 in the backfield now. Toby Newman.
Newman.
They're going to fake it and give it over to Weiss. And Weiss runs it up in there. He hucks it up in there for about 4. It's going to bring up 4th down and a long, go call it 3.
Gavin Cole again on the tackle.
I mean, it's early, but a pretty big juncture in this game here in the early going. Is 4th down and 3 yards to go. Nose of the ball rests on the Wildcat 35. Wow, fans, get on your feet here on the near side and stiffen up that defense at 4th and 3 for the Wildcats. 7:22, 7:21, and the clock continues to tick. 4th down and 3. Holmen Vikings come to the line here in the early going. Big early play here in this high school football game on a glorious Thursday night. Man in motion. Ball on the ground. That is trouble. That play is blown up. Nothing doing. Wildcats hold. Turnover on downs. Wildcat football.
I think even if he would have handled the snap, Lucas Johnson was in the backfield so quickly, and I don't think that play was going anywhere.
I know it's early in the season, guy, but the Wildcats sniffed that out, and they were all over that like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat, and we'll just leave it right there for the rest of the night. We'll blow it out of the chute and done. One time. Just to let everybody know we're back,
just
right?
Once,
we're
just
back.
Once,
just
okay.
a one-time
right.
a game. That's the rule. One time a game. I'd like to welcome everybody aboard to River Falls Sports on the U2 network. Glad to have you along. Nice crowd filtering in tonight. 1st and 10. Pitch it out here to the near side. Give it to the Tornado. That's what I called them last week watching this thing on TV. And nice run there. Woo, baby. Jonah Severson picked up right where he left off.
Like we talked before the game, Jonah does a great job of making one cut, going forward, and then falling forward with that long 6'2" frame.
I mean, I was
getting some positive yardage.
When I was watching it on the big screen last week, it's just like a long, lanky, gray tornado coming through, and every time he hit the line, like there goes a roof, there goes a car, just things bouncing off of him, and he's just flying through. 2nd down and 2 now for the Wildcats. Why don't we give it to Severson again? He's got 1st down yardage and more. He's to the 50-yard line and taken down by a host of Holmen Vikings. Nice job. Another 7 yards right there for Jonah Severson.
Should point out that Dylan Brathall started the game at quarterback tonight for the Wildcats, a senior. Last week, if you'll recall, the first half he basically split possessions with Jacob Range. So I assume we're going to see some Jacob Range at quarterback too tonight.
Yeah, he got a little bit of time last week, the junior. But tonight, Dylan Brathall checking his wrist for the plays as they get a fresh set of downs. Nose of the ball rests on the midfield stripe. Here come the Wildcats to the line. 5:58, 5:57 to go in here in quarter number one. First possession by the Wildcats. Fake handoff, rollout. He's in big trouble. Ball's on the ground. They have to get on that. And they're going to say incomplete forward pass.
We'll fake it. 32, Evan Johnson from Holmen first to get back to the quarterback on that play.
Tuck rule?
I don't know. That's like you said, Nate, that's a huge break, I think, for the Wildcats right there, because that certainly looked like a fumble.
I'm with you on that as well.
Referee tonight, Patrick M. Hammond, former head basketball coach at Eau Claire North High School.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Former coach of the legendary Nate Sherman.
Nate Sherman, bringing the good stuff right away. We invite him up to the booth. He brings his A game. Love to see it, Nate.
Legendary is definitely an overstatement.
Keeper here to the near side. There's Jacob Range right on cue. He's got first down yards. Lowers his shoulder and poof, poof. There's another 15 yards for Jacob Range. He gets in the game and says, I'll take some of that. Nice run.
That's something we did not see last week is changing the quarterback during the middle of the series. It was one series for Brathall, one series for Range, back and forth. Good move, mixing it up by Coach Schurz.
Must have stepped out. I think they gave him, about maybe 12 or 13 on that run. But
Tyler Roseno from Holmen made the tackle there, and boy, I think he took the worst of it. Range put his shoulder down right in between the numbers.
Right in the sternum. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. Jacob Range still at quarterback. He'll keep it again, looking for a little bit of a crease. Gets blocks out front and got himself a tough 2 yards. Nice patience back there by Jacob Range, the junior quarterback, kind of trying to follow his blockers, looking for a little bit of a crease. Not much doing there, though.
And that's something the Wildcats did not show last week, Jacob Range running the ball. It was, during his series, it was him either handing it off to Severson or throwing the ball.
Wyatt Bell out of the game for the Wildcats. Jacob Range, the junior, still in under center. I formation. Cade Mashevsky, the muscle. Severson, he'll get the rock. He follows Mashevsky. Poof! Oh, what a hit on the 20-yard line. Jonah Severson laying the lumber. And that is a nice 15 yards there for Jonah Severson. Wow.
Touchdown saving tackle by 82 Roseno. Again, he's taking some punishment. I'm not sure that he wants to be tackling Severson with a full head of steam very often.
Knocked his helmet off.
I think I heard a from here on that one.
Yeah, you don't want to tackle Jonah high.
Woo, baby. Wildcats lowering the boom here early. Who's enjoying this at home? This is pushing them right backwards. New set of downs again. 1st and 10. Let's call on the 19. Similar I formation. Mashevsky and Severson in the backfield. Range under center. Gave it to Severson to the outside. Looking for blocks. Runs up in there hard and gains a tough 4 yards. Maybe 3.5.
Little double tight end look that time. Eli Johnson, number 14, the sophomore, in the game, along with Cody Olson, the other tight end.
You know, first couple of plays were A-gap power plays again, but the last few have been off tackle a little bit, something also that we didn't run a lot of, at least from my perspective, last week. So getting a little wider, not going outside the end, but just a little different angle of attack tonight so far.
There's a lot of A-gap stuff last week.
Sure was.
And it was working,
You
so
bet.
they stuck with it.
This time Jacob Range is now in the pistol formation. The dinger, Wyatt Bell in motion, a little jet sweep to the right. He's got speed. He's got the 10, the 5. Touchdown, but a flag on the play. I think that one's going to come back, fellas. What do you think?
Area of a hold, yep.
It's a new feature we added this week, too, for your viewers at home.
Flag
on the play.
There you go.
And there it is. Rob Derry, nice job with the camera capturing that. It's a hold.
Tough break there for River Falls, but boy, that Wyatt Bell has some wheels, doesn't he?
The dinger, just see you later right there. Boy, he got to that edge, and there was separation happening quickly, wasn't there, fellas?
Sure was, yeah.
My
the jet
gosh.
sweep. I don't think we saw that last week
No,
either,
and
did
I
we?
was thinking about that earlier today. That's pretty much been a staple of the Wildcats
Yeah.
offense for the last several years. And
You get those speedy outbacks, they're wideouts, and you're not afraid to use them. Right back to Jared Crane, right?
Right.
Some of those speedy guys.
well, like we said, the A-gap stuff was working last week, so they stuck with it and showing some new looks tonight, which I like to see.
2nd down and 11. Range under center. Back to pass, rolling to his left. He's got a little bit of room out in front of him. He hits Mashevsky in the flat here on the near side. That's going to be a short 2 or 3 yard gain. Nice pass, though, by Range. Tough to throw across your body like that, fellas.
Yep, going to your opposite side. It's obviously much easier for Jacob to do that rolling to his right, but made a nice, accurate throw. Got a few yards.
Nice job by Mashevsky getting his hands up, grabbing that, and just bringing it into his body.
And a little pressure on Range, too, on that pass while going to his left. And good to see him make a completion last week. I think he had an interception on a play similar to that where he was maybe a little behind and high. Good throw on that play.
3rd down and 9 now. I got to go a little deeper into the playbook here. I would imagine we're in 2-down territory again for River Falls. They make their way to the line, similar formation. We got 3 wideouts here to the near side, all crowded in together. Pistol formation. Now we got a man in motion, the Dinger White Bell. Little flip pass to the near side. That's caught, bobbled, and that's going nowhere. That was to Jordan Karras to Jackrabbit, and he just wasn't able to get anything going there. Pass maybe a titch behind him.
And the timing a little bit off, maybe with the bobble on the snap there.
You got to go for it here, huh? What do you think? I don't think you're going to kick a 35-yard field goal, are you? 30. You're not going to punt, so we're going to go for it at 4th and along 11. 4th and 11. Jacob Range will stay in the game for the Wildcats. Maybe a little corner pattern here to the corner of the end zone. What do you think? Or just going to draw play up the middle? What do you got, Nate?
I got Wyatt Bell.
There he is.
He's on the outside.
Side.
I think there's going to be a little action between those two. Maybe some sort of a crossing route.
You've got some speed down there on the far side. Karras and Bell looking that way.
There you go.
They're in the corner of the end zone. He's
Oh,
got a
Karras
man! Oh, he's got him. Jordan Karras. He got separation, and Jacob Range just threw it about 3 yards too far. He had him, though. That play was really designed well. Just a little mess up on the execution.
Good play call for sure.
Excellent. I'd go back to that one. Yeah, definite separation there.
Well, decent drive by the Cats, and they flip the field. Field position is in their favor now again, and hopefully we can come up with a 3-and-out here for the Cats.
Cats with a few different players in right now on defense. We'll try to call them out here. Andrew Amundsen, number 2 in the game. Alec Ross, number 5 on the defensive line.
Noah Ertz back to pass,
Let's
looking
roll.
down the field. He's going rainbow down the far side, and boy, he had a step on him. I thought that, boy, he might get him there, but just meant for Dalton Thiens. For 20, was that 24?
Yeah, Jacob Gilbertson on the coverage.
Intended for Dalton Thiens, I believe. Yes, it was. Not real bad coverage. I mean, he was within a yard, but if that throw was a yard and a half shorter, I think he gets that and starts on the gallop.
Eli Johnson now in the game at defensive end, number 14. He was not in during the first series.
Those will just keep the defense honest, huh? Run, and then you air one out. Ertz, again, under center, man in motion. Cross back play, and sniff that right out.
Brody Rudolph holding his ground like he should on the end position. Great job by number 7 for the Cats.
Brody Rudolph leading that sleigh right to the tackle.
Not fooled at all.
Too early for that Rudolph reference or not?
Kevin in midseason form today.
Rudolph, right? Taking the sleigh right to the tackle. 3rd down and 13. Long 13 here for the Holmen Vikings. 3rd and 13. They make their way to the line looking for a big stop here with just over a minute to go in quarter number 1. Once again, Noah Ertz checking his wrist. I don't know if he might have to go to the other side of the wrist for a 3rd and 13. They're going to hand it up the middle and not a lot there, and I think it's going to be punt time now Gain of maybe 2.5 or 3. It'll be 4th and 10. And here comes the punt unit for the Holmen Vikings. And once again, real nice stand there for the River Falls Wildcat defense.
Reese Yankee in on another tackle.
Should be outstanding field position here for the Wildcats.
Back deep for the Wildcats is Wyatt Bell, standing back at his own 43 right now. Punting for the Holmen Vikings, I think that's Hayden Brennan, number 4, I believe. Am I seeing that correctly?
No, I think there's a number after the 4. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, it is a 47.
47.
And that's off the side of his foot and doesn't get much of a bounce. And out to the, now it gets a Holmen Vikings bounce. I thought that hit out of bounds, and now the referee said it did hit out of bounds at the Holmen Viking 47-yard line. The Wildcats will get the ball on the Holmen Viking side of the 50, and as you just alluded to, great field position. Now they're saying, no, it didn't go out of bounds, and it'll be on their own 49.
Well,
that
we didn't get a whistle.
Oh,
so
look at they're going to change it again. This guy this ref here on the near side was pretty emphatic. He's like, that nose of that ball touched the line. Bring that back right here to the 47, and they are.
And that official is Casey Eckert, former athletic director from New Richmond, former head baseball coach at Eau Claire Memorial High School.
Casey officiated the sectional final game 2 years ago, Nate.
Yes, he did. I remember that, and we are glad he did.
Yes, we are.
We're about to get our first River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week here.
Dylan Brathall back in under center to start this drive.
Brathall pitch it here to the near side to Severson. He's got the 45 down to the 42. Really nice gain of about 6. And that's going to do it here in quarter number 1. Well, let's unveil. For 1 quarter of play in the books here from David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field on the campus of the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Nothing, but the field starting to tilt towards the Wildcats. Hey, let's do this. Let's go to our very first River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week. If I had a drum, I'd do a drum roll. There he is, Mr. Crosby Morris. He's a first grader at Westside Elementary School. His favorite football team is the Packers. His favorite athlete is Steph Curry. His favorite subject in school is math. And he said, what are you doing? You're not in school, Crosby. He says, I play with my big brother. His favorite restaurant or food is the Orange Chicken. And why not? Why not? So let's hear it. Crosby is a very energetic with a great team spirit. He's always cheering his teammates on and loves football. Crosby loves to play offense and defense, from scoring touchdowns to pulling flags. And guess what, fellas? Today, he's celebrating his 7th birthday. So happy birthday, Crosby.
Happy birthday, Crosby.
Attaboy, Crosby.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and we'll have another one between the 3rd and 4th quarter. River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week. I like that segment.
Crosby will be in action this Saturday at Meyer Middle School for their first opening day of the youth football season.
Come on out. Check it out. That's fun. Oh, we got some stats. Here we go. I'll give those to Jeff.
All right. Leading rusher for the Cats. I don't think this is a big surprise to anybody. Jonas Severson, 36 yards rushing. Jacob Range, his first 19 rushing yards of the season. Like we said, he did not carry the ball at all last week. Range at quarterback was 2 for 3 throwing the ball. And Dylan Brathall 0 for 1. So Wildcats had one penalty. It was a big one, if you recall. It was a 10-yard penalty, which stymied a big play that they had.
Yeah, it would have been 6.
Yeah. Severson.
On the far side, I was just throwing up second quarter, and Severson pushes the pile ahead again with great blocking up front for another Wildcat first down. You know, in the pregame interview with head coach Ryan Scherz, he said he's not going to carry the ball 38 times. I think he's on pace, guys.
He is, yes. He's the workhorse.
So Dylan Brathall back in at quarterback. Is that what I'm seeing that correctly?
That's right.
Yes, I am. The senior, Dylan Brathall, back in the game under center for the Wildcats. Caden Mashevsky at the fullback position. Severson, halfback. Give it to Severson. Right up the middle. Blowing holes. Ooh, ball was almost coming out there.
A little loose.
A little loose, and he held on to it after a gain of 8. the tornado. He's got roofs and shingles and siding just bouncing off of him, and he hucks it up in there for 8 more yards. Boy, he runs hard and big up the middle, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Now we see our change of pace back. Gavin Cole, number 29, has entered the game to replace Severson.
Boy, I think that's dangerous. You get that. You have no idea how strong and how fast Gavin Cole is, and he's rested. Yeah, I'm just knowing what we know. When he's going to get the rock here and he's going to blow some guys up. That's my guess right here. Gavin Cole in the backfield.
Good down to
Second
throw the
down
ball
and 2.
on. Short yardage. Nope.
Give it to Gavin Cole on the far side. Like I said, 10-5 touchdown right on cue. Gavin Cole for a 27-yard touchdown scamper. Wildcats on the board.
Gavin's mother right in front of us. Definitely giving her sign of approval for a beautiful run by Gavin Cole. Boy, he hit the hole hard, doesn't he?
Wow. He hit. Oh, there we go. I got some volume down there in the field. Let's bring that up. How about that?
Oh, nice.
I put the mics down there. Why don't I turn them on? Gavin Cole, right on cue. I said, hey, look out. Gavin Cole's fresh. Got some fresh getaway sticks. And next thing you know, he's headed right to the promised land. That's plenty loud now, though. There we go. Kicker's in.
Alec Ross.
The kick is up, and he bangs it through. Alex Ross.
Alec Ross staying perfect for the season. 5 for 5 on extra points.
Good snap. Good hold.
3, 4, 5,
And good
6,
kick.
7. There we go. So, Nate, this is what you're going to be doing next time when you come up. I'm going to have you do the scoreboard and stuff like that, but I'll do it today.
Sounds good.
We'll get you signed off. 7-0 Wildcats with 10:39 to go here till the half on a 23-yard scamper by Mr. Gavin Cole. His first touch of the game. He finds a hole and just absolutely runs away. Put your hands together at home. A little clap, clap, clap for Gavin Cole and the River Falls Wildcats.
I think
That was fun.
The key play in that series, the short punt really put Wildcats in nice field position, and they took advantage.
They did. Yeah, that running back duo is a pretty formative 1-2 punch, isn't it?
Certainly is. You got the punishing, hard running style of Jonas Severson, and then you can counter with the speed of Gavin Cole. Not many high school football teams have 2 running backs like that.
Right. Tonight's game brought to you by the First National Bank of River Falls. They're in Prescott. They're in downtown River Falls, and they're on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls, for sponsoring everything right here on the River Falls Sports YouTube Network.
Michael Conway to kick off for the Cats, I believe.
Number 23, Michael Conway. Back deep for Holmen. Yeah, it's tough to see a number. If you can help me out over
A
there.
little shorter kick.
Short. Fumble. Ball on the
It's
ground.
loose.
Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it? I think Holmen end up recovering. They did. Boy, that was close, though.
That was Matt McBride, number 22, almost in a dead-on sprint to try to catch the ball, and lost the handle, but was able to fall on top of it.
All right, 7-0 Wildcats on a relatively short kick, and Holmen a little bit lucky there to get on that football, but they're on it, and they'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line.
I see number 10 in the game for the Wildcats. Preston Johnson. I think this might be his first time on the field this game.
Yes, it is. The 6'1" sophomore.
Sophomore.
Announcer's going to probably be a little nervous for a while now.
Good to see. Ertz hands it off to the up back. Swarm down once again, and the Wildcats, are they just looking stronger and stronger every play, guys?
Yeah, they're really creeping their safeties up too, aren't they?
Well, and our linebackers, man, first read, they're both coming. Both gaps are filled.
A little more housekeeping. Will Johnson's on from Punta Gorda, Florida.
You don't say.
Yeah, he's on. Lisa Cernahouse, she gives us clap, clap, clap. And Joanne, love to see you guys here. Get up and let us know where you're watching from tonight. All the folks watching from the Holmen area, we welcome you aboard. Hopefully we're doing your team justice. If we hack some of the phonetics, you just let us know, because we're nothing intentional, trust me. 2nd down and 10 now for Holmen. Once again, Ertz checking the wrist, changing the play. at the line. He's under center, man in motion, hand it off to the up back. Mashevsky there, and the whole host of Wildcats push it back. But that was Mashevsky as well as Lucas Johnson on the initial contact.
Lucas Johnson again tonight doing a great job of penetrating into the backfield and stuffing a host of running plays just like he did last week.
3rd down and 8.5 for Holmen. Rob Derry, great job on the camera bringing you the pictures tonight, the artist. So glad to have him back up in the booth, and I hope you folks at home and appreciate Mr. Rob Derry bringing you all these wonderful pictures tonight. 3rd down and a long 8. Potentially a passing down. Let's see. Man in motion. You got a keeper. Ertz to the near side. Oh, runs into a couple of big blue shirts, and down he goes. What do you got?
Gavin Cole again. He is all over the place.
No surprise there.
So if folks at home are beginning a short list for the garage gridiron grinder of the game, I'm gonna go over here and pencil in Gavin Cole, if you don't mind. If that's fair. Start the list, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Start the list.
Wildcats leaving their defense on the field. Wyatt Bell back to receive the punt.
The dinger back standing at his own about 27-yard line. It's a low snap, skip off the carpet, kicks away. It's a wobbly kick. Hits on the 42, takes a little bit now of a Holmen Viking roll and rolls down near the 31-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will set up shop 1st and 10 on their own 31. You know, I want to say, I remember when David Crail used to coach. You remember that a couple of years where he never even put anybody back? He just let them punt? That's not really that bad in high school football. It eliminates some of those holdings downfield, eliminates possible injuries, fumbles. And you guys going to kick it 30 yards. Just take it and go.
Yeah, 33-yard punt. We'll take the field position.
Right. You maybe get another guy to rush the kicker. That's a pretty unorthodox strategy, but one I had grown to like.
Especially when you don't have that superb type punter on your team. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Jacob Range checks back in for this series. Severson in the backfield and trips right.
That's a look we haven't seen yet, Nate.
Nate, your son is on. Michael is watching tonight. Range, he'll keep the ball right up the middle. Look at the hole. Range has got the 40, the 42-yard line. 12-yard gain for Jacob Range and another Wildcat first down. That was like the parting of the Red Seas right there, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
The defense thought they were going to hand it off to Wyatt Bell on the jet sweep, and Range held on to it, and lots of room to run.
Yeah, Severson's always on the gridiron grinder list. There's no doubt about that. Last week, he just can give it to him. It was just so obvious. You know he's going to win it. But, yeah, he's always on the list. I think before the game starts, you can put Severson on the list for potential grinder. There's no doubt about that. 1st down and 10 now. Range in the pistol formation. He'll keep it again. Why not if you get that kind of room there? Nice job changing hands with the ball. Gets it to the outside. And Jacob Range with another 11 yards and another Wildcat. 1st down.
Tyler Rosenow with another tackle
Take the ball down to the 47-yard line of the Vikings.
for the Holmen Vikings.
1st and 10 Wildcat.
They get across the midfield stripe. It's a fresh set of downs for River Falls. Boy, those on-field mics kind of bringing it into your living room now. A whole host of cheerleaders down there and public address announcer. A little bit of the Friday night, or I guess Thursday night light vibes right here from the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. We're at David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field. I always want to call it New Raymer Field because there was a town in Colorado called New Raymer. I can never get that out of my mind. Just Raymer. 1st and 10. Ball rests on the 47-yard line of the Holmen Vikings. Jacob Range back to pass, looking down the field. Rainbow down the far side. He's got a man caught. Oh, what a catch over there by the jackrabbit, Jordan Karras. Oh, baby, 35-yard gain down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal. Wildcats. What a pass by the junior.
Like you said, Kevin, beautiful pass by Jacob Range. Led him real nicely, and Jordan Karras ran under it. And
Yeah, he was just a step behind the cornerback there, Isaiah Whedon from Holmen, and Jacob put it right on the numbers. Good ball.
Wildcats knocking on the door again here midway through the 2nd quarter now. Wow, what a beautiful pass and catch there on the Range to Mr. Karras hookup. That jackrabbit almost got his feet underneath him and took it to the promised land, but we're just going to go under center. Range pitch out here. Severson, he wants some pay dirt. Look at him go. The legs are churning. He's down to the 4 or 5. Wow, a nice hard run again by Severson.
Jonas Severson with the carry.
That was all Jonas Severson right there. He was met right around the line of scrimmage and was able to carry the defender a couple of yards, like he always does.
Down to about the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Nose of the ball rests on the 5. You've got 3 downs to make 5. Jacob Range gets his team to the line. It's the muscle, Cade Mashevsky in the fullback position.
Double tight end look to the left here, Kevin.
Watching it. Why not just give it to Severson up the middle? And, boy, they were ready for that, weren't they? And they take him down on maybe the 4, maybe a gain of a yard on that. That was a tough yard.
Lots of beef on the left side of the offensive line that time, but the Holmen defensive line did a nice job of stuffing the run.
Probably just a half a yard there. And they're going to call it no gain. It's 3rd and goal now from the 5. Jacob Range is shuttling the play in from the sidelines. The dinger, Wyatt Bell, in the game. Out of the game and go take a rest is Eli Johnson. Maybe we try a pass play here. What do you think?
Well,
Cade Mashevsky in the backfield along with Severson. Let's just give it to Severson. Ball on the ground. He picks it up. Little headed towards pay dirt, and he is in touchdown Wildcats. Jonas Severson gives a little bonus bounce, picks it up mid-stride, and just takes that one to the house. And the Wildcats on the board again off the feet of Mr. Jonah Severson. 6 more for River Falls.
I think you could call that a fortuitous bounce by Jonas Severson. That play could have been a disaster. And
fortuitous. He barely broke stride on that.
Yep.
Though, you know.
Bounced right up to him, and
it did.
Didn't even impact the play at all.
Alec Ross in to attempt the extra point for River Falls. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is partially blocked. And we got whistles, and that's no good.
A little bit of a low snap. The holder had a hard time handling it, and it just kind of threw off the timing of the operation.
Yep, but the Wildcats get the touchdown. They do miss the extra point, but they take an early 13-0 lead. Let me go over here and change my scoreboard. Oh, we got to get back 1. We didn't get 14. We just got 13. There we go.
There you go.
So with 4 minutes and 59 seconds to go till the half, ever since the first series, I mean, it might be a little bold to say it's kind of been all River Falls, but they've been pushing them around.
Wildcats defense has, after that first series, like you said, Kevin, has done a real nice job of stiffening and had a couple 3-and-outs in a row, and it's led to a couple of Wildcat touchdowns.
Yeah. Hey, Lance Mason, glad you could join us from Holmen. You bet. It's our pleasure. We always like to celebrate the athletes. We're 75% Homer, so we're just going to admit that, but we do want to celebrate both teams tonight. So, Rob, is that getting a little dark or not on the lighting? What do you think? Clip her down 1? Maybe you can go 1 more even. I don't know. Good.
Looks like Bronson Matheson is back deep for the Vikings. Last time it was a relatively short kick. I think that one of the upbacks had to
Matt
even
McBride,
move up.
yes.
The kick is away. This was a lot better kick.
Nice
that one is
kick.
going deep, and that one is going to make the end zone. If you could do that all season, Coach Schurz would be very, very happy.
Nice job by Michael Conway, the senior.
Really nice. Michael Conway bangs that one, hits on about the 6, and just scoots right into the end zone. Tim Jackson says it looks great from Charlotte, North Carolina. So you're good. I'll just leave the artist alone. It's kind of like, trying to grab an artist's paintbrush. I guess I should just back away from that deal. He's got it figured out.
Looks like the Wildcats have 3 sophomores out in the field right now. Eli Johnson, Preston Johnson, and Lincoln McCarty, number 58.
Johnson McCarty, the law firm. Run it up in there. That's going to be a tough 4 yards for Holmen.
Gavin
Ball
Cole
number
again
19, no Ertz.
I think
on the tackle.
I think Holman's got to be happy with that, though, right? They haven't had a lot of positive yards on first down, so now they're working in front of the chains. Second down, and let's call it 7.
Good to see Lincoln McCarty out on the field, the wrestler / football player. He's a hustler, too.
Hey, Nicole from Holmen, welcome aboard. Glad to have you along. The garage is getting crowded here, though, with all of our viewers. Man in motion. Hand it off to the up back. That's a tough 2 yards. Again, let me see. That is number 40.
41, I think.
41. There's a new one.
Ball carrier
Blake
number 41.
Goyette. Blake Goyette on his first carry. He gets, 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 now for the Holmen Vikings.
Reese Yankee again able to get into the backfield and just get an ankle tackle early. Goyette did a nice job falling forward to make it a manageable 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.5. If you're optimistic, if you're a Holmen fan, it's 3rd and 3. If you're a River Falls fan, it's 3rd and 4. Somewhere in there. Ertz, he'll pitch it out to the far side. I don't know if that's going to get to the outside or not. He does break one tackle. Is that 35 Tyler Kane on
Ball
the
carrier
carry
number
there?
35,
Yep.
Tyler Kane.
Yeah, so they're trying out a few different backs here on this series. Tyler Kane there on a carry. Almost got to the outside, guys, but just couldn't quite get there. Good pursuit by the Wildcats.
Preston Johnson did a nice job getting in the backfield there, forcing a wider angle, and I think it was McCarty that cleaned it up on the end.
Yes, it was.
Punt time now for Holmen, but not before a timeout on the field. And that'll give us a chance to maybe run one of our commercials. First National Bank of River Falls. Let's do that right here.
First National Bank of River Falls is a proud sponsor of River Falls High School. We have been sponsoring River Falls High School athletics for over 50 years. We are proud to support area students, student athletes, and educators within the schools. Together, we are building a better community, one child at a time.
Thank you, Jeff Johnson et al. Down at the First National Bank of River Falls. That's still good, Rob. They're down up on the hill in Prescott. They're downtown River Falls. They got a beautiful time and temperature clock, and they're on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Hey, we need a shout out to the crew down in Kyla's basement with Ava. All right, you bet. Welcome aboard. I know some folks are down at Tarnation Tavern. They are going to sponsor our Wildcat Trivia at halftime. We're going to be. See, look at that. Look at that Charlie Cat chicken sandwich right there. They're going to be playing for that at halftime. We've got a great Wildcat Trivia question. We'll be playing for that chicken sandwich basket from Tarnation Tavern.
Fair catch for Wyatt Bell at the 48-yard line.
With 3:02 to go here till the half, Wildcats 13, the Holmen Vikings nothing, and the ball rests on the Wildcat 48-yard line. They got really good field possession again, and they got to like where they're sitting right now, do the Wildcats. Only one penalty in this football game, just that hold on the side over there that called the touchdown back. Pretty clean, well-played game thus far.
Fast moving. Lots going on at halftime here tonight, Kevin, too.
A lot.
So don't go away.
Don't go away. We got Wildcat Trivia. We've got some Sunshine Funds kids coming up. We've got youth football. Keeper again, and boy, they sniffed that out. Jacob Range going nowhere on that play. That's going to be a loss of 4. Maybe, does that under go to the well one too many times, maybe? I don't know.
Good play by Chase Blank, number 30 for the Holmen Vikings. Yeah, and they have run that play several times, Kevin, but maybe they're setting something up off of that play. We'll see.
Second down and 12 now for River Falls. They haven't had a lot of negative plays today, but one or two, and that's one right there. Second and 12, now working from behind the chains. 2:27, 2:26 to go till the half.
Karras, Bell, and Mashevsky trips to the top of your screen on the left.
Pistol formation, man in motion, back to passes, range. Rainbow right down the middle. Got a man, and it's going to be picked off.
That's Rosano, number 82.
And he's making its way to the outside, back out to the 50, and runs it into Wildcat territory. Playing center field out there was Tyler Rosano, and he just was right there.
Yeah, he was looking for Cody Olson down the seam there and just overthrew him a little bit. Pretty good coverage by Rosano, but the ball sailed on range, and nice interception and good return.
Yeah, I was just watching that. Tyler Rosano in really good position back there at free safety, and let the ball come right to him, and he's like, hey, here's a fly ball. I think I'll grab this and run it forward, and that he did. So something to cheer for there for the Holmen Vikings, and boy, now they're in really good position, and they want to get on the board here before halftime and make this a football game. 1st and 10 for Holmen. Man in motion, give it to the up back. Now they're going to keep it now, and Ertz just fakes the handoff, pulls it back into his belly, and runs it forward for 5.
Another tackle by Gavin Cole, our senior inside linebacker, number 29. Man, if he doesn't make the tackle on every play, he is right around it, isn't he?
Put him on the list for the Garage Gridiron Grinder. The Dinger.
It's getting pretty close to putting that in pen, Kevin.
Or Gavin Cole.
Yep.
A gain of 2 or 3 on the play. That'll be 3rd and manageable, we call that. 3rd and 3.5, 3rd and 4. Definitely 4-down territory as the clock heads towards a minute here until the half. They move quickly. They don't even huddle up. Trying to catch the Wildcats a little off balance here on defense. Nice half for Gavin Cole, as you stated. He's still top of the list for Garage Gridiron Grinder. Hand out to the... did he get... Pulled it back in again, and it's just a Noah Ertz show right now. He heads towards 1st down yardage, but he's going to be a yard short.
A little short.
It's 4th and 1. Clock continues to run.
Zach Peterson, number 82 for the Cats with the tackle.
Let's see if the Cats can stiffen up here at 4th and 1. Fourth down and a yard. And the Wildcats do jump, and flag on the play. Now they're going to watch game film and learn on that, huh?
I think this is the time that the defensive line coaches are saying, watch the ball. But it happens. Happens at every level, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's early in the season, and I can guarantee that drill is going to be gone over a couple more times next week in practice. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Hold your water. Watch the ball.
Better now than in October.
There you go. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. Holmen knocking on the door, and the clock continues to run. I think they have their whole complement of timeouts, or do they take one? Ertz back to pass, looking. Rainbow down the near side. Got a man, the Dinger, Wyatt Bell with an interception. He's got it on the 10, the 20, headed out to the near side. Wyatt Bell, the Dinger, rings the bell. Nice interception from Wyatt Bell. Speaking of free safeties, what a job he did there.
He's a good one.
Lots of experience playing in the Wildcat secondary, and it's almost like he knew the play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little contact after he received that, and I don't know, Wildcats here maybe happy with the 13-0 lead and take this thing to the locker room. What do you think?
With 17 seconds left, that's the assumption I would make, but
you never know. They want to air one out here. Yeah, Jesse, really nice interception. Both directions.
definitely in a run look here.
Brathall back in. They're going to hand it up the middle. Severson, there's bouncing off the tornado once again. He runs it up there for 5 yards. Boy, there was that initial contact and just nothing. Just could not wrap up. And that's going to do it here for the Wildcats. I'm going to set up for Wildcat trivia. Let's do that. We got a dandy. We got some one half of play in the books here from David Smith Stadium at Raymer Field. And it is River Falls 13, the Holmen Vikings nothing. We're going to halftime. And we're going to do a little Wildcat Trivia. This is a good one, and we have a new sponsor this year for Wildcat Trivia, Tarnation Tavern. We're going to be playing for a Charlie Cat hot chicken sandwich. They're on the corner of Main and Maple, and I think if you talk to Fred Barr, it's going to be that chicken sandwich right there. We're going to call it the chicken sandwich basket. You get some fries with that as well. Let's set this thing up. I feel the drama. You feel drama right now?
All kinds of it, Kevin.
Wildcat Trivia. We're all teed up and we're ready to go. To win Wildcat Trivia tonight, to win Wildcat Trivia tonight, you got to either text me, Jeff Johnson, or Nate Sherman, or get up on the chat section and put your answer in there, and we will decide who the winner is. Our decision is final. So let me see. Let me get this set up again so I can be ready for the winners. Oh, here, ready. This is a good question. So over the last 15 years, there have been 2 Wildcat football players that were honored in the same year as all-conference first or second team player on both sides of the ball for football. One was Zach Pavlicek in 2009 as a tight end and a defensive lineman. The second player took it to a whole nother level, being awarded 3 all-conference honors in one football season. Who was this player, and what positions was he honored for? So we have a football player. Warren Kazitsa says B. No, the answer is not B. So who was the other player who won 3 all-conferences for football at 3 different positions in 1 year? Who is that? Joe Stoffel, says Austin Mueller. It's not Joe Stoffel. It's not Joe Stoffel. Another one says Joe Stoffel. Gary Langer says Stoffel. Tight end in, but this person won 3. 3. You get it? Nope. Jeff Morrow. Nope. I was going to give people a hint. I'll just say this. His name was in the news in the last week. I'll just say that. His name was in the news in the last week. There's your hint for Wildcat Trivia. He won all conference at 3 different positions for football.
I did not. No. I saw him.
Alex Call. Paula Flood wins again. Paula Flood is the winner. Jordan Kirchhoff, you were just 2.5 seconds too late. Paula Flood. So here it is. So it was, so I'm going to go over this. So Alex Call in the 2012-2013 seasons, punter, first team, quarterback and kicker, second team. Also note, first major league home run with the Washington Nationals a week ago, Thursday, August 18th, versus Josh Hader of the San Diego Padres, the former closer for the Brewers. So, yes, Mr. Alex Call won 3 all-conferences in 1 season, and he just hit the homer, his first major league home run off of Josh Hader last week, right here from River Falls. Paula Flood picked up right where you left off, and you're going to win yourself a Charlie Cat hot chicken sandwich basket from Tarnation Tavern. To claim that, Paula, all you have to do is go down there and let them know you're the winner. I'll let Fred Barr and staff know down there. They'll have you on the list, and you can redeem your winning. That's like an air coupon, and you are the winner. So there you go, Paula Flood. Thank you, Tarnation Tavern on the corner of Main and Maple in downtown River Falls. How about that? I think we have some guests here as well to talk a little bit about Sunshine Fun. Let's do that. Want to throw a couple headsets on these young ladies here? Hold on, let me see. So hold on a second. Yeah, hold on. So hold on 1 second here. There we go. So we have Sophia Hayden and Nora Nygaard. Is that accurate?
Yep.
All right. So Sophia, How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. And Nora, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you're going to talk a little bit about, pull up that mic right towards your mouth, right there. Oh, and I can really hear you. Even a little more even. Here, let me get this cord that's wrapped around there. So here we go, right there. All right, yeah, just bark right on into that thing. So you guys come up here to talk a little bit about the Sunshine Fund. Sophia, why don't you go tell us what the Sunshine Fund's all about?
So the River Falls Sunshine Fund is a local student-led nonprofit organization whose primary goal is to generate and distribute funds to members of the WILDCAT community facing life's adversities. These hardships can range from severe medical circumstances, economic hardships, or death within a family. We encourage you to visit our Instagram and Facebook social media pages, along with our website, rfsunshinefund.org.
It's right on your
donate.
screen right there.
Or if you would like to share a family that is in need of assistance. Donations can also be mailed to P.O. Box 163. And thank you for your continued support in serving families in need.
Yeah, and I want to let you guys know, too, we were looking for a sponsor tonight for every Wildcat touchdown to donate $20 to the Sunshine Fund. We've had Jen Rivard has kind of put her name in the hat, said she would like to do that. I'm going to confirm that. And I've kind of challenged the audience if there's another business that wants to up that and maybe challenge Jen and maybe give more per touchdown, that would all go right towards the Sunshine Fund.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So we're working on that. So how long have you two been? Let's go to Nora. How long have you been with working with the Sunshine?
This is my first year because I'm going to be a sophomore. So
Oh, geez.
I joined in June.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So far, so good for you, Nora?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Really good.
And Sophia, how about you?
This is going to be my third year because I'm going to be a senior.
Uh-huh. So you're kind of leading the
Yeah,
group.
I guess so.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say about the Sunshine Fund other than you feel like it's a good organization?
Yeah, it's a great organization to be a part of, and it's awesome to see all the help that we can do in our community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Good. Well, Sophia and Nora, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to come up here. These students are taking this upon themselves to help out our community and their fellow classmates here when they're in difficult times. Thank you guys very much for coming up tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
you.
Thank you. Jeff, look at... I don't remember either. So let's try that one and see what we got. So you talking that once.
Test.
Again?
Test.
Oh, yeah, I
Test.
thought that you're on 2 yet. So we'll
Okay.
put this one over
That's
here.
what I was?
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, like ants on a field out there. Look, ants on an anthill out there. Look at all the youth football players.
Yeah.
Jeff, you know any of these kids?
I have one out there. I was just talking to Rob. He asked me how many kids I had, and numerous. Yeah, these are the 1st through 6th grade River Falls youth football boys. Over 350 kids, I believe, this year, Kevin, that are playing 1st through 6th grade football.
How cool is that?
Yep, numbers keep growing, and playing Saturday mornings behind the middle school. And it's a lot of fun. Vaughn Johnson out there somewhere.
Yeah, Ariel says that hint made it way too easy. Well, it was lingering out there. We got a lot of halftime materials. We had to just get that checked off the list.
Absolutely. I can go through the stats, courtesy of Chris Larson. If you'd like,
please
Kevin,
do.
is this a good time to do that?
Great time.
Okay. Rushing statistics, no surprise here. Jonas Severson, leading rusher for the Wildcats, 11 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown
Very
for
nice.
for Jonah. Just shy of 6 yards per carry, which pretty similar to where he was last week. Jacob Range, 6 carries for 40 yards, something new tonight that we're seeing that we did not see last week. Jacob Range playing quarterback and running with the football, so he did a nice job.
Really nice runs, and he had a couple really nice passes.
Yes, he did. Gavin Cole only had 1 carry, Kevin, but it was a good one, a 28-yard touchdown run in the second quarter to put the Wildcats to extend their lead. Receiving, Jordan Karras, 3 catches for 38 yards for Jordan. Passing statistics, Jacob Range, 3 for 5 for 38 yards, 1 interception. Dylan Brathall, just the 1 pass that he had, which was incomplete. Kicking, Alex Ross, 1 for 2 on extra points, and penalties, just the 1 penalty, but it
took back a touchdown.
Defense, I think it's always important to go through the defensive statistics.
A really good half of defense, by the way, but go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah. We got 3 halves in a row right now, Kevin, don't we, of
Really good
outstanding defense. Wildcats defense has not allowed a score.
Oh, I'm knocking on
this-
wood. Where's the
this
wood?
season,
Where's
so,
the wood right now? I'm knocking hard.
And I don't think they've even really come close. Gavin Cole with 6 tackles. Let's see, Reese Yankee with 2, Cade Mashevsky with 2, Lucas Johnson, Brody Rudolph, Alec Ross with 2 each. Wyatt Bell with 2 and an interception, and Zach Peterson with 1. So only 52 total yards for the Vikings in the first half.
Yeah, and last week, too, we were trying to guess maybe how many yards Wisconsin Rapids had. I don't think they had 100, did they?
They had 111.
Okay, right there then.
A lot of it was in garbage time right at the end of the game. Just a fantastic effort for the first 3 halves of football for the Wildcats.
Stout defense.
Absolutely.
Stout defense. Gary Langer says you have too many kids.
Who is he talking to?
You.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You don't
He said,
say, Gary.
He said, tell Jeff he's got too many
Yeah,
kids.
I've never heard that before. Wanted to give if I can give just a quick shout out right now, Kevin. Tonight is the soft opening of the River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club membership drive. The Wildcat Booster Club supports all 22 River Falls High School sports teams. It's a organization that's near and dear to my heart for sure. We were able to provide funding for over $54,000 to Wildcat sports teams over this past year. So if you'd like to become a member, go to rfhsboosters.org, where you can sign up to become a member. Our full membership drive will run from September 1st to the 30th, but all the materials are up, and you can join today if you wish. So please consider joining the River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club.
Well, thanks for all you do with that, too, Jeff. I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, but the money all goes towards good causes.
Great causes, absolutely. Supporting all, like I said, all 22 Wildcat sports.
Right. I do want to give a shout-out to our new find this week, Mr. Chris Larson. Chris did the freshman game today, so thanks, Chris, for going and doing that. I saw you had a lot of viewers on there, too. So how did the freshmen turn out today? I didn't get to see the end of it, Chris. A tough loss at the end. A learning experience for the freshman team this year against Holmen. This thing gets his wrapped right around. There you go. Freed that up. And then Chris is also doing some stats for us as well. So, boy, it's kind of nice having some stats to go over. So thank you, Chris Larson. And thanks for helping out with the broadcast. And glad to have you aboard. And we're going to train you right up. Next thing you know, you'll be – you have your hands full. We'll make sure they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely nice to have stats. We tried last weekend in Wisconsin Rapids and couldn't find them, and great having Chris Larson in the booth.
Yep, and congratulations to Paula Flood. Boy, she's quick on the dial, I'll tell you that. I mean, if she won again, Paula Flood. I mean, I think she's the all-time leader in Wildcat Trivia wins. She has her fingers on the dial. She knows how to get in quick. I'd hate to go against her on eBay, like on one of those auctions. I don't know if you'd win against her or not.
No,
She's
I don't
quick.
think you would. She must just have a slew of gift cards for various restaurants.
Right.
In River Falls.
And again, Paul, that's all you have to do. I'm going to let Fred Barr know that you're the winner. They'll keep you on a list down there by the till and let them know you're the winner of Wildcat Trivia. And you go down for one of those Charlie Cat chicken sandwiches. Get the chicken sandwich basket. I'm going to throw that up there again. I'm kind of hungry, and I'm not going to lie to you.
That looks good,
doesn't
it?
I hope Fred makes it as good as the picture. If you don't, he's going to hear about it. It's pretty. I had one. It's
Have
really
you?
good. Yeah. So the Charlie Cat chicken, that's a national brand, and they've hooked up with them to serve that at the Tarnation Tavern. So. So anyway, Charlie Cat chicken.
Wildcat first through sixth graders still out on the field. Looks like kind of mass chaos out there now, Kevin.
A little bit. We are developing the short list for the Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game today. Did he leave that? Did he leave the award up here or not? If not, we have to get that from Mr. Mashevsky. If you see him down there, we'll give a yell at him. So if you have his number,
I'll text
tell him to bring it up
Yep,
sometime
I'll
in the
do that
second
right now.
half. And I think I'll try to get Cade Mashevsky. He was last week's winner too. The coach very probably. I asked him if I could get Cade on an interview before the game, and you know what he said? Absolutely not. So that was a hard no. I don't blame him. After I asked that, I'm like, yeah, that was a dumb ask. hey, can you pull them out of the drills and just come over here for it? No, that ain't happening. That was a dumb ask on my part. So we'll get them after the game. Nate, how'd the first half feel up here for you?
Pretty good. It's a little bit of a challenge back and forth between the binoculars and my cheaters.
Yeah.
But
hold on, I'm getting here. I got a little bit of a. All right, try that now. Hold on.
how's that? Oh,
What? Hold on. How about right now?
you tell me. That sounds better to me.
Oh, right. Oh, it's a.
Check.
Oh, there it is.
Check.
Never
Oh,
mind.
there it is. The Garage Gridiron Grinder. There it is. There it is. Let's put this up in front. Let's put this up in front of the camera and just show the folks at home. Can you get this on there right here? This guy got the date on 8/25/22. There it is. Look at that. The Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game. We're starting our show. Gavin Cole's at the top of my short list right now. So we got a few players on there,
Yeah.
but there it is.
Don't fall out of the booth, Kevin.
That's a coveted. Look at that. I mean, there's not many awards like that. That's one you might hang on to. Got a little rust on that thing. It's got the date on it. Nice job. The Garage, the Gridiron Grinder of the game.
Wow, it's stamped on there and everything.
Oh, yeah, we stamped that on. It's a keeper,
Yeah,
right?
it is, absolutely.
It's a keeper.
It'd be in somebody's college dorm room
It could be, right?
when they graduate.
Yeah. Let's put that back there so we don't mess up the broadcast. Playing for the coveted Gridiron Grinder. How much time do we have? You know what we got just enough time for? To play my Wipes in the Pipes commercial. We're going to go to that.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is good.
Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Kevin Westhouse, your utility director. I'm here today to talk to you about WNTF. What not to flush? Because wipes clog pipes. Many of these items say flushable right on the container. Don't let that confuse you. So-called flushable products like these, in this container, in this cute container, in this beautiful 3-pack, you start flushing these down your toilet, you will get what is called a worldwide phenomenon, a fatberg. Fatbergs clog pipes. Other things you shouldn't be flushing down your toilet: fruit peelings, bleach, feminine products, oil or any oily substances, pills, partner products, cotton balls, and of course, Goldie the goldfish. All this talk about toilets and sewers has suddenly given me a bit of a nervous tummy. Remember, wipes clog pipes. Toilet paper only, please. Wipes clog pipes. Toilet paper only, please. It says flushable right on the container. I can guarantee you it'll flush down, Jeff, but it won't flush out. You're going to get yourself a fatberg.
That's one of the most highest quality local commercials I've ever seen. How many tax dollars went into that?
You know what? That was kind of like a Saturday Night Live skit. I think we we had like a general concept, and we ad-libbed most of that, to be honest with you. You right up into the getting jammed in the doorways, trying to get into the bathroom. We're like, yeah, we'll go with that.
Instant classic is one of the comments coming in. Yep,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about that.
Instant classic.
Instant something.
He likes the partner products. But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, no, if you don't want to, there's nothing worse than a backup in your basement. And to avoid it, just put toilet paper down there. Because if you flush the other stuff, you eventually will get a fatberg, and you're going to get big problems. So toilet paper only, please. Here come the Wildcats for the third quarter out of the locker room. Gary Langer says, wives clog pipes. Wives clog pipes. That could be a new tagline, too.
Yes, it could. That could be your next commercial.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put third quarter on here as we get ready to head towards that.
Wildcats will receive the kick, correct, Kevin?
I believe so. Yes, they did kick off to start the game.
Once again, tonight is the soft opening of a River Falls High School Athletic Booster Club membership. The drawing supports all 22 River Falls High School sports teams, and last year they will provide funding for over 54,000.
Here's your broadcast crew tonight: Kevin Westhouse, Jeff Johnson, Nate Sherman, and Rob Derry.
Full membership drawing will begin September 1st
And I don't know how we are in broadcasting, but you have your utility director, you have the bank president, you have the school principal, and then the artist, Rob Derry, who could do all of our jobs in his sleep.
The legend.
The legend, Rob Derry. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Glad to have you along on a glorious 70-degree evening here in River Falls, Wisconsin, right on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Wildcats offense kind of taking it to Holmen in the first half, but this game far from over.
Absolutely, with just a 13-0 lead.
Can you hit the light back there maybe? See if you can reach that. So just a little bit of light would be good. Maybe can you turn it down a little bit? Just enough so I can, there we go. Oh, right there. I like that a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Chris Larson, our new find this week, helping out in every way. Again, he broadcast a freshman game, doing stats for us, and on light patrol. Jeremy Pickett says, "Let's go, Cats."
This might be the biggest crew, Kevin, we've ever had for a high school sporting event.
Hey, this is like
Five.
This is like Monday Night Football +1. You back the semi up out there in front. We unload that thing. They've got the crew, a couple limos pulling up with the talent.
Yep.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, we got those pictures that we just took today that you had on there.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, we just
With
took
our suits.
we just took those pictures this afternoon.
Yeah, well, with our suits, because that's what we do. I don't think I've worn that suit since that photo. About 13 years ago.
What else we got? So we already had one River Falls youth football player, Crosby Morris. It's his birthday, and we got another.
Boy.
We have another one coming up between the third and fourth quarter. So stay tuned for that. And we go over the Wildcat way, the things they support, the leading with character, courage, cooperation, respect, citizenship, perseverance, responsibility, compassion, positive attitude, and honesty. The Wildcat way right here in River Falls. I had to show all those things because I spent like 6 hours making all of those last weekend, so I figured I might as well show them. All right, we're about ready to start the third quarter. Wildcats up 13-0 over the Holmen Vikings. Wildcats will get the football here to start quarter number 3. I want to again say thank you for all of those that have tuned in. John Fry, welcome aboard. Boy, how fun is this, though, right? I had a tough week. I was down over in Wausau. This afternoon, I spent like 3 hours listening to a presentation on energy prices and buying energy over the next 5 years and what we should do and trying to predict energy prices and what our budgets are and what the prices are and what are the prices going to be. And, my brain almost exploded.
Sounds glorious.
It was not glorious. And we made some decisions. It wasn't a total agreement, but trying to manage power supply and make sure it's as affordable as possible for all of our residents and businesses right here in River Falls. And a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes with WPPI Energy, our wholesale energy provider. And prices are crazy right now. I heard this statement today. Wholesale energy prices are higher than retail prices right now. You say, how does that happen? Because we're allowed through the state of Wisconsin to pass that along every month in a power cost adjustment charge. So if you see an extra $35 on your bill, that's why. We're allowed to pass. So wholesale prices right now are higher than the retail prices.
Yeah, super.
That's not a good sentence. It's not a good sentence. So that's enough of that. Let's get back to football.
Any discussion on flushable wipes this afternoon in Wausau?
No, there wasn't. It was
okay.
electric. It was electric stuff. That would have been more fun. Fielded back on the 12-yard line.
Jacob Gilbertson.
Jacob Gilbertson. Look at him. He got some speed. Busted out to the 37, out near the 38-yard line. What a real nice return there. That you said Jacob Gilbertson on the return.
He does have some speed, Kevin. You're right about that. He plays corner for the Wildcats, and he's there because he can run.
Wildcats, again, all game long, really good field position, except the first possession when they stopped them. It had not quite as good, if I remember correctly.
Right, you do remember right.
Yeah,
yep, that's correct.
Other than that, it's been near midfield. This is probably their second worst starting field position and still really good at the 38. All right, who's starting quarterback here? It's going to be Dylan Brathall. to start here in the third quarter for the Wildcats. Cade Mashevsky in the fullback position. Severson at the halfback. Give it to Severson. Pick up right where he left off. Knees are high. He's working hard. He's got himself a tough 3 yards.
Wildcats back to that 2 tight end look with Olson and Eli Johnson out there. And typically when those two are out in the field, it's almost always going to be a run play.
Second down and 7 now for the Wildcats. Dylan Brathall, he's got the play from the coaches. Huddle up, back on the 35. They break huddle, and here they come. Jordan Karras to Jackrabbit here to the near side. Single coverage. I'd watch that right here. Dylan Brathall. He's going to hand it off to the far side. Severson bounces to the far side. He's got first down yardage and more. He breaks the midfield stripe down to the 46. Really nice hard run again there by Severson. Jonah Severson.
Again, like we've talked several times during this broadcast, good one-cut runner, finds the hole, goes, and falls forward. Fell forward for about 3 or 4 yards right at the end.
Bill Jensen says, I logged in just in time to see the Fatbird commercial. He says some Cats football is just gravy after that. Oh, I guess welcome aboard, Bill Jensen.
Yeah.
All right, first down and 10. Nose of the ball rests on the Holmen Viking 45. Wildcats on the move here early in the third quarter. Back to pass. Single coverage like I called on the near side. Oh, just a little bit too tall for Jordan Karras. On the previous play, we had that exact same coverage. Coaches must have seen that and go, let's go up top to the Jackrabbit. Just missed him.
Just a little too strong.
And pretty good coverage. Evan Johnson from Holmen was pretty much step by step with him there.
All right, second down and 10 now for River Falls. I'm going to have to get a new board here. Our hole number 3 here is a little bit iffy on the soundboard. Second down and 10. Let's hand it off a couple times. Give it to Severson. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards. Rumbling, stumbling forward for 9. Boy, it looks like maybe they're going to have him at 4 or 5 and just kept the knees going and falls ahead for 9.
That's what he does. Does a great job falling forward again, and
I guess they gave him 8.5. Yeah, I'm still going to call it 9. I'm going to round up. It's 4 feet. So how about that for a first down? 3rd and 4 feet. Once again, single coverage here to the near side. Jordan Karras. Mashevsky. He hasn't carried it tonight. Maybe here for a couple. What do you think? The fullback position. Nope.
Here's the pitch.
Blocked, though. Severson. Boom. First down to the 30. Mashevsky blowing holes. And then Severson just following in behind. Gain of 6.
That's that same running play that they ran over and over and over again last week in Wisconsin Rapids. And kind of wearing down the Viking defensive line right now.
First and 10, 4:52. I'll adjust the clock in a little bit. Let's get 9:50, 9:48, 9:47, 9:46. I'll adjust that in just a second. Oh, no, that's close. That's good, Rob. It's touchy. First and 10. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Got a man. Oh, just out of the outstretched arms of Eli Johnson. He had green grass in front of him, and Mr. Dylan Brathall just missed.
That's definitely the biggest target we have on offense, number 14, Eli Johnson, the 6'6" sophomore. Just a little too strong.
Really nice route, though. Really nice route. Rob, you got that right in there. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Jacob Range just entered the game in at quarterback for this play.
Watch
Wyatt Bell
him.
also on the field.
Put the speed on the field here, huh, fellas? Jacob Range, he'll keep it. They try to get a hold of him, and they bring him down for a loss of 2. They go, hey, the Range kid's in the game. He might run it, and they were all over it. 3rd and 11. We'll call it 3rd and 12, to be honest.
Kind of an unusual series in terms of play calling for the Wildcats. Twice during the series on 1st and 10, they threw the ball, which we really haven't seen much of all season. up until now. So
Jacob Range will stay in at quarterback for the Wildcats. He shuttles the play in and shares it with his offense. It's 3rd and 11. I'm guessing we're in 4-down territory here. 3rd and 11. Let's get half of that back here and give yourself a chance on 4th down. Range. Pistol formation. He's going to roll out to his right, looking down the field. Not a lot open. Mashevsky, though, in and out of the arms. Hit Cade Mashevsky right in the 6. Just couldn't reel it in. And then pretty good defense over there, though, by the Holmen Vikings.
not sure if the defender got his hand in there or not.
A little bit, I think.
Boy,
Pretty nice throw.
couldn't
by
have made a
Jacob
better
Range.
throw on the move like that.
Pretty nice throw.
And like you said, Kevin, we're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, we are. They're going to go for it on 4th and 12. 13-0 Wildcats. 8:39 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They break huddle and make their way to the line.
Karras and Bell on opposite sides for the first time, I think. This
Roll
game.
out to the right again. They got a man, Jordan Karras. Oh, we had him. Now we're going to throw it down the middle. There he is. Oh, look out. And Wyatt Bell hit hard, and I'm surprised there's not a penalty on that. The dinger got dung there. Oh, he is hurt.
Yeah, I think I would tend to agree, Kevin.
I mean, they got that defenseless player call. I don't want to, sound like too much of a homer, but wow.
Yeah, that was 82, Tyler Rosenow, and I don't know if he was maybe just going for the football on that play. It was kind of up for grabs and both going in opposite directions.
Yeah, he's going to be okay, but yeah, that's a slobber knocker right there. Yeah, hit him hard. In this day and age, I think you more often than not would see a flag there, don't you think?
Yeah, close.
Yeah. I
Did
saw
it look
that
like
here
he
too.
was
Yeah,
going for the ball or not?
close. We'll let the folks at home be the judge of that. Folks saw the exact same thing. We saw Rob Derry with a great camera work on that. You saw a good look at it, and the refs kept the flag in the pocket, and it's a turnover on downs, and Holmen will get the ball here with 8:32 to go in the 3rd quarter, and they keep themselves in this football game.
Yeah, I think the defender, Nate and I just watched the replay again, led with his hands, it looked like. So,
And his body followed.
Yep.
There's that play we saw earlier, a little cross-buck play, a little counter pitch, and that doesn't go anywhere. It's probably either a no gain or a loss of a yard.
Tyler Kane on the carry on that counter for the Holmen Vikings. Brody Rudolph with the tackle.
Looks like the Wildcats have most of their starters out on defense right now.
2nd down and 10. They're going to call that no gain. What a beautiful night, though. My gosh. No wind, about 68 degrees, no clouds. Great atmosphere in the stadium. Handoff up the middle.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground. Who's got it? There's a scrum. Wildcats say they got it. Rob Derry's on it. Who's got it? Unfurl. I like to use that word. Unfurl the pile. What do we have? You get off here. You back off here. We're going to get to the bottom of the pile. Who's got the ball? Wildcat football! Who's coming out of there with it?
Lucas Johnson, 54 for the
Lucas
Wildcats.
Johnson on a fumble recovery comes out of the bottom of that pile. And then we got a late flag on the play. I think that was after the play was over, wasn't it?
It was well after. Some type of unsportsmanlike penalty, I would assume.
I mean, did they get too excited or what?
I don't know. We'll find out here.
They kicked that flag forward a little bit. He said that was actually a foot over this way. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, I don't like that, but that's just me. I mean, you just had a fumble recovery midway through the 3rd quarter in a tight football game. You go left a little bit. Now we lost it. Oh, almost had it. Here, I'll get that. Leave it right there, Rob. I'll get it right now.
Penalty cleared after the play. Ball put back to the 47-yard line.
Oh, you got it right there, Rob.
Almost. Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll
Just
get
a
it.
hair.
Watch this. I'll get it. Oh, Rob, just leave it, Rob. I'll put it in there. Oops. All right.
Dylan Brathall back on the field
You
for the
call it a
Wildcats.
second as I adjust
Under
this, okay?
center.
You call it as I adjust this. Oh, yeah, we're good.
Severson
Oh, nope, not quite.
plows forward for about 4 yards. We'll call it. 2nd and 6.
Tackle number 53, Kevin Bramwell.
I'm going to do a little more housekeeping. You guys just keep it going here.
2nd and 6 inside of midfield for the Wildcats. 7:17 left here in the third quarter. River Falls leads Holmen by a score of 13-0. Jeff Johnson, Kevin Westhouse, Rob Derry, Nate Sherman all on the call. Chris Larson doing our stats for us tonight. We appreciate it. There's the pitch to Severson.
I like that. Right
Nice
there,
tackle by
Stevenson on the carry. Stops just
The
on
Holmen Viking.
chase line.
All
Couldn't see
right.
who that was.
Dalton Themes. It look
Ball
like?
plays the 41-yard line.
Okay, I'm back. Your clock is better.
Nice
Everybody,
work.
everybody can stop yelling at their TV now. Yeah, I got it. All right.
That's the Godfather, Kevin Westhouse, right there.
I care about you folks at home. I just genuinely care, and I knew you were just was a little off, but now we're better.
And we'll bump it again in about 2 minutes.
Just a minute,
so.
right. 3rd down and 4, and we have a timeout on the field. That'd be a great time to thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls.
Community banking is about giving back to the communities we serve. It's about focusing on needs and making decisions to better businesses and families in the area. It gives an opportunity for employees to live, work, and play local. We are your community bank.
Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls. I just like that commercial, Jeff. I mean, it's a picture of the field here, the First National Bank field, the gym here at the campus, everything that First National Bank sponsors in town, always giving back to the community. First National Bank of River Falls.
It's a lot better than that other First National Bank commercial.
No, that one's
I
good.
know.
That one's good too. But a nice change up.
We're working on some new stuff.
Are
Kevin.
you
Oh,
some
yeah.
new material?
Yep.
I can't wait.
I'm not, but
Your marketing
somebody
department.
way smarter than me is working
Your
on it.
marketing
so
department is.
Absolutely.
We need to have people start. We're in midway through the third quarter. Start thinking about this week's garage gridiron grinder of the game as well. We have started a short list. I mean, Gavin Cole is on the list. Severson's on the list as usual. I think Jacob Range. You got to put him on the list, right? I mean, he's had some nice plays, some nice passes. So
Jacob bounced back from a little bit rougher outing last week, and he's played very, very well tonight at quarterback.
yeah, Tim Jackson. Hope you're enjoying the game. Yeah, the 3rd down and let's call it 4 for the Wildcats.
Looks like we got our change of pace back.
Dylan Brathall,
Gavin Cole in the backfield.
Gavin Cole. I might give it to him here twice. Now we got a false start, and that's going to change the play.
It was,
A little eager there on the far side.
it was Eli.
Eager Eli on that play.
Moving ball back 5 yards.
So there have been 3 penalties tonight, all on River Falls. We had holding, we had unsportsmanlike conduct, and we've got a false start.
Good to see Wyatt Bell getting back on the field here for this 3rd and long play. And Range coming in for Brathall.
Jacob Range, must have a play for him. He's been pretty accurate with his throws, maybe on this 3rd and 9.5, maybe type of a rollout at play action here. What do you think?
Definite throwing situation here. Cole still in the backfield, though.
Maybe they'll get it to him in the backfield. Now he's in a pistol formation.
There
Give
he
it to
is.
Cole on the far side. Good cut back, and then knocked down. They were on that number 77 for the Holmen Vikings. I think that's Ron White.
It's a rare Wildcat punt.
First one tonight. First one of the year?
First one of the year, I
I
think.
think so.
4th and 11. Punt time for River Falls was 6:02 to go. 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. 13-0, and boy, Holmen they've come out to play here in half number 2.
I think we punted once last week, now that I
Did we?
think about it.
Okay.
Yep. Jonas Severson back to punt.
In back deep for Holmen. I can't get a number on that. Almost blocked, but a really nice spiraling punt. Hits on the 10, and it's going to check up, and it's going to make it to the end zone. Too nice of a punt. That's a 40 7-yard punt by Severson. Nice punt.
Heck of a punt with the extreme under duress, Jonas Severson.
5:36 to go here in quarter number 3. 13-0 River Falls. Holmen's going to set up shop 1st and 10 on their own 20. Yeah, I don't know. Did Holmen change their colors? Have they always been maroon? Someone asked.
I think so.
Yeah.
Rob Derry, who has lived down in that neck of the woods, says, yep, that's their color. They're going to keep it again. That's been a pretty consistent play tonight with Noah Ertz on the carry. Gain of 1.5. We'll call it 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Holmen.
Gavin Cole with another tackle. Lucas Johnson helping out as well.
Just an interesting game, guys. It feels like we're in complete control of this game. River Falls is, but
it's close. We haven't put it away.
It's a 2-score game.
It is a 2-score game.
You know, it feels a little bit like last year's game at home, and some adjustments by them coming out in the second half and making things a little bit more difficult for our offense.
Absolutely.
2nd and 8. Ertz again on a late pitch, and they blow that up in the backfield. Oh, man, who do you got there?
Gosh,
that was number 82, Zach Peterson.
Nice play.
Along with a few of his buddies in the backfield.
Zach Peterson absolutely shook a block and just blew that up in the backfield. That's a loss of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Holmen Vikings. Ball rests back on their own 18-yard line. They need to get out to the 30 for a 1st down. I guess it'd be officially 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. Noah Ertz under center. Pitch out to the far side. Oh, a nice play in the backfield.
Peterson again. Zach Peterson with a couple of really nice plays for the Wildcats.
Wow. Zach Peterson, 2 great plays in a row and another big loss. Who wants to put Zach Peterson on the garage list after that?
He's on there after that series.
After that series, Zach Peterson. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over to my bingo card and circle that. That little star next to Zach Peterson. He makes his way to the list. Short punt, and up and fielded that is Wyatt Bell, who's back in the game. Great to see that, guys. Wyatt Bell back in the football game, fielding that punt. And you talk about great field position. That was about a 15-yard punt, and the Wildcats take over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. Wow. 31. Jeff, like you were saying, you kind of let Holmen hang around. You got to punch one in here. What do you think?
Well, given the field position, I think it would be a disappointment right now if they don't come away with something.
Yeah.
Jacob Range in at quarterback again. In the shotgun.
Oh, we got to vote for Peterson from Gary Langer. He says, "Yeah, I'm going to vote for him. Just put a check mark next to him on behalf of me." Range again, right up the middle. Nice hard run, keeps his legs moving, and Jacob Range with a hard 7 yards.
Chase Blank with the tackle for the Holmen Vikings.
That trips left look again. They've gone to a couple of times today.
Coach Scherr is really splitting the time between Jacob Range and Dylan Brathwaite tonight. Pretty even.
Both quarterbacks doing a nice job moving the offense.
Real nice. 2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats. They make their way to the line.
Trips left again.
Pistol formation. Going to give it to Severson. Headed towards 1st down yardage. He's going to be 2 yards short after that tough 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and very manageable 3rd and 2.
After a bit of a shaky 1st and 2nd quarter, the Holmen Viking defense has really stiffened up here in the 3rd quarter and done a nice job stopping the run.
Couldn't have said that any better. I mean, they came out here to play in the 3rd quarter. Coach must have challenged them a little bit, and they've done a nice job. Hats off to the Holmen Vikings here in quarter number 3. Wildcats testing the will here, see if they can get them to bend a little bit more and get themselves a 1st down. They've got 2 plays to get 2 yards. It's pistol formation. Keeper. 1st down, knee was down. I think he's going to mark him a half a yard short. The referee on the far side had him short, and the guy on this side says maybe that's a first down. Let's see if this. Yep, they're going to say 4th down, and let's call it 2 feet. They have to get almost to the next hash mark, which would be the 21. So it's about 2 feet short.
Going back to that 2 tight end look right now with Johnson and Olsen both in the game. That generally signals a run.
4th down and 2 feet.
Both tight ends to the right this time.
I formation, Mashevsky and Severson. Don't get fancy here. They try to get him off sides. They don't get him to jump. Nice job holding your water. Holmen Vikings now a timeout by the River Falls Wildcats. Great job there by Holmen holding their water.
They did. We fell for that once tonight, and Holmen did a good job staying put.
Yes. We want to thank our Wildcat Trivia sponsor again, Tarnation Tavern. Paula Flood earned herself one of those Charlie Cat hot chicken sandwiches. I had one. It's about as good as it looks right there in the picture. They're spicy. I think they have one that's not that spicy, but if you like spicy chicken, they've got it. Charlie Cat Chicken. It's like a national brand and served by Tarnation Tavern on the corner of Maple and Main. They redid that. Really nice down there. Go ahead and check that out.
That looks like a couple of meals, Kevin, not just one.
I think you could cut that up.
That's a big sandwich.
I think you could cut that up and have that for lunch the next day.
Fred Barr does a fantastic job supporting our local community.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Schwantz wants more Sherman. All right, 4th and 2 feet. Pitch it out. Severson working up in there. He's got first down yardage. But they were ready for that. But the tornado busts through there and a few people bouncing off of him. And he gets himself a first down. That was a tough first down.
Just barely.
Man down on the play. I don't know what number it is.
That's 14,
That's
Eli Johnson.
Tight end.
Nice job that time by the Holmen defensive line. Good tough running by Severson.
Oh, that's good. Looks like we're in cramp position on the field, which the Wildcat fans are very familiar with over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're referring to one of the games from last year.
Right, yeah.
Which we discussed last week, actually.
Right.
I think most of those cramps were self-inflicted.
I think that was the energy drink caper.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
That'll go down in Wildcat history or
Wildcat, lore.
Lore.
Never take that off the shelf again. The coach found those cases of that stuff and they burned them.
High school kids.
They probably saw it on some athlete was drinking it or something, or who knows.
Oh, I'll never forget that game. One by one.
Just we're tipping over.
Just Wildcat guys, not
the opposition.
Not Raiders, no.
So let's look ahead a little bit. So next week we'll be home again. New Richmond come to town next week, and we'll start Big Rivers Conference action at home next week against New Richmond.
New Richmond has a
Friday night.
Very good football team. They play tomorrow night against Ellsworth, so that'll be an interesting game. Ellsworth lost a lot from last year, but they made it all the way to the state championship game in their division.
And Ellsworth had a huge win last week. I don't recall who they played,
Arcadia.
But it was 50-something to 0, and I think New Richmond got off on a win also, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So, New Richmond 1-0. So that'll be an interesting game tomorrow night. The Tigers will be coming in here, again, with several skill position players back.
Yeah.
They return a running back who was hurt last year for the second half, and he's a heck of a talent.
Yes, he is. Some other games in the BRC this week. Today, Stevens Point is at Hudson. We'll try to find some scores from some of these games. DC Everest is at Chippewa Falls tonight, and Onalaska is at Menominee. Tomorrow, Eau Claire North is at Logan. Eau Claire Memorial is at Central. Rice Lake at Superior, and like we said, Ellsworth is at New Richmond. We'll work on some scores, Kevin.
All right, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Wildcats knocking on the door, looking to get to the promised land. Pitch it out to the far side. Severson cuts it back up towards the middle. Not a lot there. Tough 3 yards, all on the back right there of Jonas Severson.
You know, I haven't been charting plays or anything, but it seems like lots of runs are going to that left side where Maverick Kaminsky and is it Landon Zebsik in the left guard position.
This is a score some of the Wildcat fans may not like. Halftime, Hudson 35, Stevens Point 0.
Wow. We'll see Hudson over there in Huddy in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So Gary Langer's been on the horn quite a bit tonight here in my text message. Gary, are we going to get you next week on the camera? I'm hoping so. Rob Derry has prior commitments with volleyball, so I'd love to have you, Gary Langer. 2nd down and 7. There you keep it here to the near side, looking for a man, and had a couple guys, but pretty well covered. I'm not sure. There's another cramp. Mashevsky got a little bit of a leg cramp, and he's going to try to stay in, but I don't think he's going to make it. I'm not sure who that was intended for, if that was Mashevsky or not. There's 2 guys kind of cutting over here to the near side.
White Bell was in the area as well.
In the zip code.
It looked like he had Jacob Gilbertson open in the end zone on the back side of that play, but maybe just didn't see him.
3rd down and 7 now for River Falls. We're definitely in 4-down territory. Eli Johnson in the football game. Jacob Range, the quarterback, comes in. Coming out of the game.
Zach Peterson, late sub.
Coming in.
He was in for Eli, but Eli's cramp is good to go, so he's back in. Zach's out.
Let's see what we dialed up here for 2 plays. Man in motion. Jet sweep here to the right. Get to the edge. Stiff arm. Oh, but what a great tackle.
Wow, really good play there by number 30, Chase Blank for the Vikings.
Chasing down the speedy Wyatt Bell. Gets him around the ankles. I thought Bell was going to get the corner there, but hats off to the Holmen Viking for making that tackle. 4th and, let's call it 5.
Chase Blank saved a likely touchdown for the Wildcats there.
You know, that's a really nice play because they've run that play with Range up the middle where they fake around end, and he held his ground and did his job on the outside.
Well, we're going to...
It's the end of the 3rd quarter. I'd say that very strong defensive quarter by the Holmen Vikings there. Staying in this football game.
Hey, guess what we have? We have our 2nd River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week. Are you guys ready for it? Who's it going to be? And there's a lot of youth football players waiting online to see who it's going to be. It is Beckett Kufal. Beckett Kufal is a 1st grader at Westside Elementary School. His favorite football team is the Vikings. His favorite athlete is Justin Jefferson. His favorite subject in school is gym class. Why not? And what do you do when you're not at school? He likes to play football. And his favorite restaurants or food is pizza and burgers. That a baby, Beckett. I want to read a little bit about Beckett. Beckett has a great determination and understanding of the game. He loves football and playing the sport with his friends at recess. He is a great teammate and has a very positive attitude. Beckett Kufal, congratulations on the 2nd River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week. That a baby. Put your hands together for Beckett. It was Beckett and Crosby this week. We'll see who we get next week. Let's go. Right now,
we'll see them both out Saturday morning at the middle school.
Now we're going for a big play here on 4th down. Back to the action. 4th down. I formation. Roll out to the left. Run it. He's got green grass. He's got 1st down yardage. He's gated to the promised land. Jacob Range with the keeper from 15 yards. Put your hands together. Clap, clap, clap for Jacob Range and the River Falls Wildcats. Wow, what a run. Woo, baby.
Some nice seal blocks by some of the Wildcats offensive linemen and tight ends. Allowed Jacob Range to get into the end zone.
Jacob Range, if you're, garage gridiron grinder. Ooh,
he's on the list.
He's having a pretty nice game, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Pretty nice game. Sometimes in the garage gridiron grinder, it's not a matter of what kind of game you had. It's when you had that good game. Closer to the end, you seem to get more attention. The kick is up, and it hit the crossbar, and that one is no good.
Not a double doink, just a single.
A single doink on that, and second one they missed today. So let me get to this, and let me add some more points for River Falls. So they get 6 more, and they get to 19. That's a weird number. 19-0 River Falls after the nice 15-yard scamper on 4th down by junior quarterback Jacob Range with some great seal blocks and then showing his speed and want to as he makes his way to the end zone and gets 6 more on the board for River Falls. Lisa Cernahouse, she's happy. She can clap, clap, clap for that. Why wouldn't you? 19-0 River Falls with 11:53 to go in the game.
We talked a little bit earlier about the nice job the Holmen defense did in that quarter. We shouldn't neglect the Wildcat defense as well. I'm told by our statistician, Chris Larson, that in the third quarter, the Holmen Viking offense was held to -8 total yards.
So we're in the fourth quarter now. I had to change that. Everybody's screaming at their TV at home. It is fourth quarter with 11:53 to go in the contest. I lost track of that as I was doing the River Falls Youth Football Player of the Week.
Couple of scores, Kevin. Third quarter, Chippewa Falls leads DC Everest 21-14, and a bit of a surprising score at halftime. Onalaska leads Menominee 14-0.
TJ says, anybody else feeling like some Taco Bell right now? Yeah, I could go for some Taco Bell.
I'll go for one of those sandwiches.
I could go for one of these.
Tavern.
Yeah, one of these Charlie Chicken Cat sandwiches right there. I'd head down there maybe and go grab one of those after the game. Ball's dropped on the 5, now picked up, taken to the far side. That is Bronson Matheson. He's got some room and takes it out to the 28-yard line. Pretty nice return by Bronson Matheson.
Michael Conway with the perhaps touchdown-saving tackle there.
Check that, 23, Michael Conway. First and 10, Holmen.
Have a few different players in on defense again for the Wildcats.
It's been Noah Ertz all game for the Holmen Vikings under center. He's seen a lot of action, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
A lot of responsibility on
We'll see if
Noah.
they go to the air here at some point.
Not yet. Noah's going to keep it, and he is going to get stuffed by Brody Rudolph.
Brody Rudolph and Alec Ross both on the play.
Noah Ertz for the carry. Stopped by Alec Ross.
Yeah, the Wildcats, you mentioned it earlier, Jeff. Someone noticed online the Wildcats pitching a shutout. Their defense now through almost 7.5 quarters have not allowed a point.
And it really hasn't been close.
No,
I don't remember
anything past the 40 or 30?
Yeah, certainly not in the red zone.
No. So stout defense might be an understatement at this point.
Let's hope we didn't jinx it
I
here.
was just going to say, I guarantee they're going down for 6 here. Little mix-up there on the play, and there is a lot of blue jersey right there on Noah Ertz, and the bubble above his head was,
Zach Peterson first in on the play. Again.
Great half of football for Zach Peterson.
I got a star next to his name for Garage Gridiron Grinder.
He's on the list.
He's on the list. He's working his way to the top. Jacob Range and Zach Peterson, and the great first half by Gavin Cole. Those are our 3 top candidates in my mind as we kind of work towards the end of the game.
Still plenty of time for somebody to
Step up,
get on the list.
Right, separate themselves, roll out, back pass looking, almost picked
good
off.
play.
Woo!
Jacob Gilbertson doing a nice job on the rollout to his side, stepping in front, deflecting that pass. Great job staying home.
Hey, Nate, I got an angle on that to see Gilbertson's eyes. They got as big as softballs as he cut across there, thinking he was going to go to the house. 4th down and 10 now for the Holmen. It's punt time. The Dinger, White Bell standing back on his own 36.5-yard line. Mike Cayley, good to see you. Yeah, how many first downs has the defense allowed is a question. Wyatt Bell's going to field that on his own 38. Fair catch called, and that's where the Wildcats will set up shop. Do we know how many first downs the defense has allowed? I don't know. We don't know.
Not many.
I'm going to say the over and under on that is 5.
Probably not a lot.
If I said 5, it's
Yeah,
either,
I think you're close. I was going to say 4.
Yeah, it's either 4, 5, or 6. I think we'd be a safe bet.
They are still at -8 yards for this half, though.
Yeah. So So how about that defense?
Brathall back in at quarterback here.
10:02 to go in the contest. 19-0 River Falls. Offense has been good. Defense has been fantastic. All right, here we go. Oh, we had a whistle and a flag on the play. What do we got? False start. Fourth penalty of the game. Fourth penalty on River Falls.
You know, Jeff, with a 19-0 lead, 10 minutes left, is this a time to just stick to your guns, keep pounding the ball at the middle? Do you try and work a new play or two in here to get a look at it, or maybe not show that to your upcoming opponents just yet?
I would assume with the conference season starting next week, next Friday here against New Richmond, I would guess they would be pretty vanilla at this point. A lot of A-gap handoffs to Severson, but we'll see.
Wildcats working behind the chains now, 1st and 15. Severson, though, stiff arms. He got himself 5 yards back. He got that penalty back on first down. Boy, they had a guy on his jersey, guy wrapped around his legs, and a third guy kept to come in and get him on the waist to get him down after a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he does a good job keeping his legs churning, doesn't he? 53, Bramwell was holding on to his jersey. He just kept pounding.
Yeah.
And then he almost always ends up falling forward.
Yeah, 5 yards later, you take that every day.
2nd down and 10. Wildcats in no big hurry. They're going to let that play clock drain down now. 9:16, 9:15 to go in the contest. Pitch it out to the far side, and they were ready for that this time. They're kind of selling out now, aren't they, on defense?
Yeah, they're bringing the house. 32 got in the backfield, Evan Johnson.
Stop at number 32, Evan Johnson.
5'11" senior.
38-year line.
Still playing hard for the Vikings.
Dylan Brathall works his way to the sidelines, and looks like Jacob Range is going to come into the game with a 3rd down and 12 play. So we have to dial up here for Jacob Range on the short list for the Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game. 3rd and 12.
3 receiver set.
Up top. Trips up top. Pistol formation. Keeper right up the middle. Look at him go. He's got the 50. He's got first down yardage. Jacob Range finds a seam and busts out for 14. He's pretty good.
Yeah, they've gone to that play a few times. Trips left or right, and
Spread it
range
out.
Yep, and range up the middle, and it's been a nice play for him tonight.
I think they only stopped that once. Parting of the Red Seas, and on down to the promised land. Towards the promised land he goes. It's a fresh set of downs, and now for the Holmen Vikings, they look at the clock, and it's just tick, 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 tick.
Range will stay in there.
1st and 10, Range again. Fake handoff, keep it to the far side. He's got himself 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more yards.
Big range, push out of bounds. By number 32, Evan Johnson.
Good confidence-building game for quarterback Jacob Range tonight after had a little bit of a tough interception last week, and Brathall ended up playing the rest of the game, but it's good to see Jacob bounce back here with a nice game.
Yeah, I like the word confidence. I was thinking that exact same thing right before you said it. He's just showing a little more confidence as this game wears on, and the junior, really nice job tonight.
I think we need to remember both Wildcat quarterbacks are inexperienced at the varsity level.
Right.
And these games will be huge as they move into the conference season.
And these kids are both competitors, right? The junior and the senior, and they're probably, they're friends, I'm sure, but, the competition even makes them better.
Absolutely.
Hand it off to Severson.
Gavin Cole gets the
Gavin
carry on that
Cole.
play.
Okay, thank you very much. Gavin Cole snuck in the game, and he, speaking of legs churning, boy, that registered about 2.9 on the Richter scale with a Gavin Cole picking him up and laying him down for another 4 yards and a first down. He's a strong runner.
Tough to be more productive than Gavin's been tonight running the football. The first carry was a touchdown run, and Here's another one for a first down.
Doing everything he's asked to do and doing it well. 1st and 10, fresh set of downs, and the clock is getting low now. 7 minutes to go in the game. Back to pass, looking. Rainbow down there. It's got a man wide open. Caught! Severson on a little sneak out of the backfield. Jonah Severson all the way down to the 5-yard line. 30-yard hookup. Range to Severson. What a nice play. What a nice pass and catch. Boy, did he get open. Woo!
Boy, that's about 3 variations off that set, right? We've got the man in motion with the jet sweep, the draw off the quarterback, and now the halfback out of the backfield.
A little bit of a wheel route there by Severson.
Right. 3 different looks.
Jacob put it on him.
And he put it right between the 2 and the 5, right in stride. They did everything they could to keep him out of the end zone. Now it's 1st and goal from the 5. Very, very impressed with Jacob Range tonight for the Wildcats, the junior. He's got the rock. Tries to get away from the tackle. He's going nowhere, though. Get down and loses 4 on the play.
Aiden Boylan, nice job hanging on there, waiting for a little help from his friends.
Just wanted to break into a Beatles song there on that comment. A little help with my friends. 2nd goal now from the 10. 5:50 to go in the contest. Severson, the lone back in the backfield. Jacob Range, he's under center. Not when they got Mashevsky, the fullback. Mashevsky's going to block, and Severson's going to get the edge, and he's going to get pay dirt! Touchdown! Jonah Severson and the River Falls Wildcats. He says, referee, here you go. Put 6 more on the board.
That was actually Alec Ross, Kevin, in the backfield playing fullback.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I apologize,
made
Alec.
a nice block and freed up the touchdown run.
Oh, my gosh. And I gave that to Alec Ross, sneaks in the game and just comes in and bears. So sorry about that, Alec. He was 5, not 25. I think I saw the 5 on the flash and just assuming that was 25. So, Alec, my apologies.
Yep, Alec made the block.
Severson scored.
Oh, did
Severson scored. Alec made the block.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, well, I got it half right then. Kick is up, and it's good. Well, I tell you, Alec Ross bangs it through, and 7 more points for the Wildcats. So
is that your dagger, Kevin, would you say?
That's your dagger right there. You hate to give them out, but 26-0 with 5:29 to go, and the Wildcat defense has yet to give up a point this season. I like their chances right now.
Speaking of daggers, the Green Bay Packers are losing yet another exhibition game tonight to the Chiefs, 17-10.
I can guarantee you this game is much more exciting than that. And that's not even really going out that far out on a limb.
No.
So 5:29 to go in this contest. Nice run there by Jonas Severson and good block by Alec Ross.
I think one thing Coach Schurz wants to make sure is that the Wildcats finish this game strong. I'm sure we would love nothing more than to keep the shutout intact.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where you want to finish strong but also make sure you stay healthy. So I'll be curious to see if we get some other guys an opportunity here in the last 5.5 minutes of the game. Maybe rest some of the regulars. Although we've played a lot of guys tonight, which has been great to see.
Sure.
It went pretty far down the bench.
These 16, 17 players on my count on defense that have played this game, which is great. They'll be needed as the season moves along. Well, that worked out pretty well for the Cats.
Mm-hmm. So, Ariel, they're still maroon, but they got white jerseys. So they're maroon and white and gray. So, kick down and then down on the 13-yard line.
Austin Teets in the game for the Wildcats. I think that might be the first time he's been in.
Oh, good call there.
Teets number 79.
I've got 21, Zach Cleveland in the game for the Cats.
Not seen him in.
Thanks, Nate.
Michael Conway in at linebacker, it looks like. Preston Johnson in at safety. We'll call out the others.
Yeah.
Give some shout-outs to our defensive players.
Hand out to the near side. Oh, nice tackle there. I think that's Gavin Cole that maybe stuck his shoulder in there first.
Actually, that was
24.
Jacob Gilbertson on the tackle.
24, not 29. I'm not using any binoculars. I'm just looking into the pile, and it was 24, not 29. Nice job, Mr. Gilbertson. Shoulder, sternum, tackle. 2nd down and 5. Hucks it up in there, not a lot doing. They do advance the football. It'll be 3rd and manageable now for the Holmen Vikings.
Let's see, I think I've got Caden Mueller in the game for the Cats, 52 for the Wildcats. Getting a little time here.
Is that Jeff Bjork over there on the down marker with the 3rd?
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Right at the first down marker.
Yeah, I think it's like its 30th season or something crazy. He's been doing it a long time. All right, 3rd down and 2 for Holmen. Handoff. No, but keeper. Once again, is that Ertz still in the game?
Yes, it is. And Brody Rudolph at the tackle.
So Noah Ertz still in the football game. He works at little off tackle there. Gains 4 yards. They move the change. It's 1st and 10 now for the Holmen Vikings.
Andrew Amundsen for the Wildcats in the game. I think he's the holder too, isn't he, Jeff, for the extra points?
Yes, he is.
Special teams player getting a little run here late.
He's been in a few times tonight
Sure.
already. Looks like the Vikings content to run the ball.
Pitch out. Oh, nice tackle
tackle
in the backfield.
I know that kid.
Is that a Johnson?
Number 10. Preston Johnson with a good tackle.
Yeah, I really like the way Preston got around the ankles and then wrapped up and spun him down there. That was nice. Textbook tackle there around the ankles by sophomore Preston Johnson.
See his brother down there is pretty excited about it.
3:39 and the clock continues to run.
89, Hayden Bottleson into the game.
What do you think about this, guys? For our GGG.
I'd say either that or
over here, right?
Or that.
Yep. I had that.
Almost because of everything.
Yeah.
Number 41, Blake Ray with the carry. Stopping the play, number 79, Austin Teets.
What do you think? You're the tiebreaker.
Oh, man, I don't know. He did have a...
34 for the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Yeah. We go here.
Just because of...
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. We got it. All right, 2:47. We did up here. We had a little huddle up. We just broke huddle. We have our garage gridiron grinder. We'll announce that here shortly, and I'll make my way down to the field.
Austin Teets and Alec Ross teaming up on the tackle.
So last week we had Cade Mashevsky. I'm going to try to get him in the huddle interview as well. He didn't get an interview last week, so we'll get Cade Mashevsky. And this week's garage gridiron grinder of the game will be Mr. Gavin Cole, who scored an early touchdown for the Wildcats, coming off a severe knee injury in the offseason, making some great plays on defense, and a really nice, a 15-yard touchdown run early in the game.
Got Charlie Lesh, number 32 in the game.
Another sophomore.
First down. I tell you what, with 2 minutes to go, I think I'm going to turn this over to you guys, and then I'm going to make my way down there and go get an interview with Gavin Cole, our garage gridiron grinder of the game, and along with Cade Mashevsky, if that's okay with you guys.
Zach Cleveland with the tackle there.
So, again, when I get down there, we want number 4, and I think we're good there. So
okay. All right, under 2 minutes here, minute 43 left. Wildcats trying to preserve the shutout. 26-0 lead over the Vikings.
Got it.
Tyler Kane with the carry. Stop number 32, Charlie Lesh.
Charlie Lesh gets credited with the tackle there.
To the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Host of sophomores who've seen some action tonight for the Cats. I believe we have 4 of them out in the field right now at least. Vikings content to keep the ball on the ground here.
Stop by number 13, Bryce Bevan.
Under a minute, 26-0 Cats. Cats will move to 2-0 for the 2022 season as they head into a big conference battle next week, Nate, against the Tigers from New Richmond.
Hey, fellas, did Westy head down to the field?
Yes, he did.
I'm going to steal his headset then.
All right. Oh, there's a pass.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. Number 10 could have caught that one, maybe.
He was close. Yeah, I would expect next week we'll see our toughest challenge so far this season. Probably a little bit more of a
Are they good?
diverse approach when we see New Richmond.
New Richmond,
They're
yes.
good?
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
4th and short for the Vikings.
They're
At midfield.
What do they do?
22 seconds.
they're picked to finish towards the top of the conference.
Huh.
They will throw the ball,
Okay.
and they have probably the best running back in the conference, Nate, would you say? Or
Yeah,
certainly
he's
right up there.
He is. He's up there, yep.
That, we'll see if that does it.
That looks like that might have been 66. Ryder Armitage maybe on the tackle.
Stop by number 58,
Oh.
Lincoln McCarty.
58
Lincoln
was
McCarty.
wrong. Lincoln
They're
McCarty.
going to try to get another playoff here.
Why not?
Well,
Oh, wow. That didn't go well.
82 again.
That was Zach Peterson.
Zach Peterson.
Still in the game.
Who got the grinder?
The grinder
Do we-
was Gavin Cole.
Okay. All right. I couldn't hear.
Last week we went offense. This week we decided to go defense with Gavin Cole.
Yeah, why not?
Outstanding game. Both sides of the ball had a touchdown along with a lot of tackles. Right, Chris?
I don't see Westy down there yet. He must have got stuck in the elevator.
He might have got a chicken
He
sandwich.
moves
on
well
the
for
way
an
down.
older guy. He really does. He'll get down there and he'll run.
Yeah.
I think he ran into somebody underneath. They were talking about using wipes in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Don't flush them.
Don't flush them.
No. Not unless you want to clog your pipes up.
And I could be mistaken, guys, but I did not see any injuries either for the Wildcats. So always great to see
yeah.
that, obviously.
I think we
You know,
came
Wyatt
out of
Bell
there
came
pretty
out.
clean.
He sat on the sidelines for a little bit. Trainer checked him out, but he played most of the game after that. So
He's
I'm
good.
assuming he's good to go.
Yep, some cramps, but that was about it. Some unofficial statistics courtesy of Chris Larson. Gavin Cole with 7 tackles on the game. Zach Peterson with 5. Brody Rudolph with 5. Nice game by both Brody and Zach. And a host of Wildcats with 2 tackles, including Lucas Johnson, Jacob Gilbertson, Cade Mashevsky, Wyatt Bell with 2 and an interception as well, Reese Yankee, and then 1 each for Michael Conway, Preston Johnson, Austin Teets, Zach Cleveland, Charlie Lesh, Bryce Bevan, and Lincoln McCarty. So 74 yards of total offense today for the Holmen Vikings. Last week,
I was going to say a
week
bit
it
of a
was-
defensive struggle,
Yep.
I thought.
111 yards last week for Wisconsin Rapids. So
Haven't given up
2
200
games
yet.
under 200. That's
Decent.
decent. Yep. Offensive statistics.
Hey, Jeff or
Looks like we
Nate,
got
give
Wesley
me a
checking
thumbs
out
up
here.
if you can hear me.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can.
All right.
We got you.
I'm going to track him.
Okay, we'll go through these real quick. Or are these the? Okay. Jonas Severson, 122 yards rushing today, along with and 2 touchdowns, along with 30 yards receiving. Jacob Range, 13 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. Gavin Cole, 3 carries, 29 yards and a touchdown. And Wyatt Bell with the 1 carry for 3 yards. Jordan Karras, 3 receptions for 38 yards for the Cats. They didn't have to put the ball in the air very much, Nate, but when they did a nice job, and just another great ground attack for the Wildcat offense today.
Yeah, the offensive line continues to play well, which is impressive, especially because they have 4 new starters on the line. I think Maverick Kaminsky is the only returning starter,
He is.
main player for them, and they used him a lot. They ran left over that left tackle on that short pitch quite a bit tonight.
The defense, though, fellas. Come on.
Absolutely. Wildcat rushing attack, if I added this up right, 233 yards rushing today. You're going to win a lot of football games if you can do that, especially if you can hold the opposition to 74 yards.
Jesus, Holmen got the boys going to run after.
The Holmen
Got the boys running. I'm going to get that.
You want to get that?
Got the boys
This is
running
actually,
sprints.
This is actually happening right now at David Smith Stadium. The Holmen Viking
I like that.
entire team is running sprints.
I guess the coach isn't pleased. Interesting.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I never have. Wow.
But
Okay.
you're seeing it.
That's
He's a Herb Brooks fan.
okay.
It's nice right before the 2-hour car ride home or bus
Yeah.
ride home.
They got to sing first. You sing first. They're going to sing first, and then they're coming over. They're going to celebrate with their teammates.
See how many of them know the school song.
Oh, they know. Got him running sprints.
They're still going.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get paid too from last week, so when he's done, we'll get him second. We'll just go right here. So we're going to look up right up there. You guys got me up there. Give me a thumbs up. We're good. I'm with Gavin Cole. Hey, congratulations. Dinner tonight's Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game. How about that? You put that on your mantle. You've worked hard.
But now he's gone.
That knee injury you had, Gavin, to be able to come out here and contribute like you, that feels.
It's awesome. I'm just happy to be out here. I don't know. It's awesome starting 2-0. Shares was saying last time we went 2-0, we won conference, so that's the plan. We got to look forward.
So how excited were you when they called your number on that play on that 15-yard line down there?
Oh, I didn't even know what was going on. I kind of just grabbed the ball and went. All of a sudden, I was in open field. I didn't even get touched. That's all the linemen's doing.
Very good. On defense, you like playing offense or defense better?
Oh, I like playing football. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
What a great game tonight. Great comeback with your knee injury to come out here and contribute like you are, helping your team go, hey, you guys haven't let up a point yet on defense. I know you're aware of that, but that's pretty outstanding. What a defense. Gavin Cole, congratulations. This week's Garage Gridiron Grinder of the game. Right here, son.
I like playing football, he says. Yeah, that's right.
Let him come back, and I'm going to take his picture. I want to get Cade Mashevsky, too, when the Cade's around. If Cade's around.
I've heard some good high school interviews. That one might be the best one. Nice job, Gavin.
I like playing football. Obviously. Well, fellas.
Just a little bit of an update. The Holmen
Oh, they're done running?
team is done running sprints now. But they just ended.
Good news.
Yep.
A little smoke in the air from the hot dogs. Nice night. It's high school football. Want to wrap this thing up or what, fellas?
I think
Is he going to talk
he's
to
going to talk to
Cade?
Cade, I think, yet.
Oh, okay. Jeez, Wesley's going ham down there.
A few times, but blowing holes. You really take some pride in making those holes for your running back, Jonas Everson.
Yeah, it was really fun. They were a good team, but offensively we just did better.
So I need to know if you like playing offense better or defense better.
Right now I'd probably say defense. It's a lot more aggressive, I feel like, other than on offense, just kicking out, running power all the time, but I like it.
I want to know how many years has it been since you missed a day in the weight room?
I started lifting when I was in sixth grade, so I'd say maybe till then.
Never taken a day off. Well, look at the guns. Give this thing a little flex right here. Give it something. There you go, right there. Kid Mashevsky, the muscle. Congratulations. Garage Gridiron to the game of last week. Hey, let's take this right back upstairs to you guys.
That's 2 for 2, Kevin. Those are instant classics, I think, both of those. Westy.
Best in the business.
Yes, he is, bar none. Where's he going now?
Should I just track him?
I don't know where he's going.
Just meandering around.
Yeah.
Let's get in there on him.
He's looking for someone to interview. Anybody want to talk?
I'll turn him back up if I have to.
He's getting in a photo, maybe. I don't know what he's.
I'm in tight on him, watching him move.
I see him.
Walking, looking, seeking.
I don't think he's done.
No,
I was gonna put a big red
he's
bull
looking
on
for
this,
he's looking for somebody.
I don't think Kevin's ready yet.
No, he's circling.
Yeah.
Looking.
He's got a beat on someone.
He's right in the mix,
Yeah.
isn't he? Right in the mix.
Well, Coach Schurz will be happy. Starting off the season 2-0, defense playing great, getting some contributions from lots of different guys on the team early. Heading into the conference season next week. New Richmond at home.
New Richmond here at David Smith Stadium, and
back
like we
on
said,
a Friday schedule.
Friday
right?
night, and that'll be a big test
He's
for
out.
the
Westy out.
Wildcats. So
He's
yep,
gone.
he's out. So
He's gone.
well, should we put a
Let's
big
wrap
red
it up.
bull on this
Yeah.
thing? Wrap it up. On behalf of Kevin Westhouse, Nate Sherman, Rob Derry, Chris Larson on the stats. Thank you, Chris. Jeff Johnson saying signing off. We'll see you next Friday night here at David Smith Stadium as the New Richmond Tigers come to town. Your final score, River Falls 26, Holmen nothing. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.